So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep.
Whoa, that's
Helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
4W Metal Building Supply. You've probably seen us. We're the company that provides red iron and post frame buildings, siding, garage doors, and more. Bring your plans or pictures. We'll help from start to finish. Call or come by.
At 4W.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
For over 100 years, Webb City has trusted Simpson Funeral Home for all of their death care needs. Simpson Funeral Home dignifies lives well lived through customizable cremation and burial plans, as well as pre-need funeral plans and monument design. Simpson Funeral Home, now offering pet cremation services, has 2 locations to serve you: 400 West Dougherty Street in Webb City and 101 North Main Street in Carl Junction. Call or text 417-673-2411 or visit online at simpsonfh.com. Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
And we welcome you back to Nixa High School here in Nixa, Missouri, as the Webb City Cardinals visit the Nixa Eagles here tonight. Both teams solid wins last week. But, Justin, let's first talk about the Webb City Cardinals. What are some of the things we saw last week that you thought this team did well, and what areas you're looking for them to improve in?
Well, I thought up front you saw the linemen for the Cardinals offensively get a good push against the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and I think that set up the run game well, obviously, to have the night that they did. And so I think you're looking for those guys to continue that, to frustrate the Nixa defensive line a little bit. Obviously going to give up some size, but historically a group that has been able to dictate the game by what they control. So I think you're looking to do that, especially on a night when throwing maybe not going to be an option with the field conditions a little wet. The ball's going to be slick coming out of the hand. So going to look to rely on the run game. Cardinals did a nice job of controlling that last week, over 260 so yards on the ground for the Cardinals that resulted in a victory. So I think you're looking to control the line of scrimmage offensively, keep the ball out of the explosiveness of the Nixa offense. I think gives you a chance here tonight.
Well, one thing we saw last week was the talent of the running backs for the Cardinals. There's some explosiveness in that backfield. We saw it in Mason Williams, we saw it in Slade Hurd, and we saw other guys come in and do their job as well. I would expect tonight, being the second game, the opportunity to make some adjustments. This is also one of those games where you're going to add a few things that you didn't necessarily see last week, as Coach McFarland builds on what the capabilities are of his offensive unit and try to expand that playbook just a little more. Defensively, Justin, tell me what you saw that you like.
Well, I think defensively you saw guys, as the game went on, knowing their assignment and doing it well. You saw the Cardinals staying in their lanes and finding where they needed to be at any given time, really shut things down in the middle against the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Obviously, takeaways help you as well. Cardinals were able to secure one of those, a little scoop and score for a touchdown. So I think tonight, important for you to try to create those. We mentioned the conditions. Ball's going to be a little slick. Can you maybe pop a guy a little extra than maybe what you would normally on a dry night and create a turnover? I think the defense, though, what's been a mainstay for this program for so long is that word discipline. And I thought the defense, you started to see that click. Defense obviously takes them a little longer sometimes to figure things out. Sometimes you're at the mercy of what the offense is doing. But I thought this defense grew up quick last week, and that was part of why the Cardinals were able to come away with a victory.
The Cardinals know they have a formidable opponent tonight in these Eagles, both for the talent that they bring and the experience that they bring as well. But if there's one thing I can assure you they worked on this week, and I talked to defensive coordinator Aaron David earlier, they certainly worked on punching the ball out tonight for tonight's game. And that's something they work on every week, but it could gain added importance to the conditions that they're playing under tonight. And obviously there's different ways to do it. Sometimes with a running back, you're trying to take their elbow away from a pressure point and then punch that ball out of there. If you're a defensive end, sometimes you're just trying to rip that thing loose. And if you're chasing from behind, you're giving them that uppercut that can jar the ball loose. So those are some of the things I think you'll see from the Cardinals as the defense would love to make the Eagles, I think, a one-dimensional team. If they had their way tonight, they would love to slow down this running game of the Eagles and test the arm of Adam McKnight, their talented quarterback, and see how the conditions affect throwing. They've got some talented receivers as well, and that'll come into play as the Cardinals work hard at trying to slow this group down. And we'll hear in the coaches' show a little bit more from Coach McFarland about the overall game plan. It's not that this is a team you're going to shut out, but can you slow them down? Can you make them drive the length of the field, take multiple plays to do it, and every time that ball's snapped gives you an opportunity maybe to get a turnover or cause some kind of negative play for the Eagles offense. We'll go ahead and take another 3-minute timeout. Back with more of our countdown to kickoff after this. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home in Webb City is proud to support the Cardinals and has been serving the citizens of Webb City and the surrounding communities since 1888. Located at 301 West Broadway in Webb City, funeral directors BJ and Diana Goodwin specialize in funeral planning and services along with prearranged funeral plans. For more information about Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home, their phone number is 417-673-4666 or online at hedgelewis.com.
BEI, Bills Electric Incorporated, has been serving the four-state area for over 60 years. With locations in Webb City, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, Lowell, Arkansas, and Claremore, Oklahoma, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential electric projects. Bills Electric is committed to providing the absolute best electrical repair and installation services to homeowners and businesses in the four-state area. Learn more information online at BEIJoplin.com. Bills Electric Incorporated is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster
Nixa,
Club.
Missouri,
Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
Dreary night here in Nixa. You're listening to the Cardinals Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill. And Scott, we talked about the Nixa offense a little bit and the transfer McCaster. A big night for him last week. Over 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns to go with it. Not bad for a debut.
Yeah, a young man that certainly showed his prowess in the running game in his championship run with the Cement last year, and comes out here, and you could tell from reading the articles about the game later that he was really excited about playing in front of such a big crowd, and that inspired him. But boy, that's a running game that Cardinals would love to see slowed down a bit more. And the only way you do that is just with pure tenacity and making sure you're getting a hat on the football, knowing he's going to get a lot of carries. And you just got to get a lot of Cardinals to him to try to slow him down. He's a fast runner. He's also very thick and just has that power to go with it. So to the extent the Cardinals can match that, it'll be important for them to do so if they want to have a chance of trying to get the Nixa Eagles into a little bit more of a passing attack instead of just a pure running game. They'll use a lot of formations and different things to try to confuse you. You better find McMaster first on just about every play. They've got some talented receivers as well for McKnight to get the ball to.
Well, and you talk about McCaster being a solid back. He goes 5'9", 195. So a big body, not a lot to him in terms of height. He's only 5'9", but that size to go with it makes it hard to wrap him up once you do get to him. And so no doubt Cardinals this week talked about sure tackling. Make sure you're getting multiple hats to the football. Keep him contained where you've got the help, because he's a heck of an athlete that'll be dangerous to stop if he gets in the open field. And then you talk about McKnight, a capable athlete in his own right, just a junior, and we've seen what he's been able to do in his time here at Nixa. So the backfield of Nixa not lacking for athleticism. You talk about the skills guys, wide receivers on the outsides that they can get the ball to, and got some speed out there too. So Cardinals going to have to play a very sound defensive game, and as we mentioned, maybe try to get a takeaway or two in this ball game to have a chance to still win here in Nixa tonight.
Well, and Justin, I think particularly early you could see a little bit more of a conservative approach by both ball clubs if they continue to face what we have for weather conditions right now on the field. As we were in that break, I was sharing some radar information with a couple of the Webb City coaches, and it looks like things will diminish as the night goes on. So important to get off to an early start and kind of hold your own, I think, for the first quarter and a half of this ball game. We'll hear Coach McFarland say later they'd love to stay tight for the first 3 quarters and take your chances in the fourth. And that's something that the Cardinals have not been scared of, is to play in tight ball games. They've got some senior leadership on this team, talking about the Cardinals, and that should bode well for them as well in any kind of tight situation. You know, the Eagles are certainly intent on continuing what is now a 4-game winning streak over the Cardinals over the last 4 years, and this Cardinal Ball Club would love to have something to say to turn that around and see if they can thwart this talented Nixa Eagle bunch. But I think turnovers will play a big part in this game, and I think the team in a weather game like this, Justin, let's talk about this a little bit. We've seen sometimes it's just attitude that matters as much as anything. Of course, execution matters as well, but you kind of have to want to be here on a nasty night like this and want to be on the field. If you're worrying about how dry you are or how cold you are, that can play into the type of game that you're able to play.
Well, I think on the coaching side of things, I know I've talked to my girls in soccer about this. I say, hey, it's raining for them too. It's cold for them too. It's a matter of who is going to come out tonight and want to be here and want to come out and execute. And no doubt a message that would have been preached by these coaches as well. Say, hey, it's raining on them just as much as it's raining on us. But do we want to come out and show some fire and show some fight and not let that be a determining factor in how we play and how we execute tonight?
We'll go ahead and take another 3-minute break as we continue our countdown to kickoff, and we'll come back with the roundtable with Justin Boudreau after this timeout. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
Considering a metal roof? Call the area experts, 4W Metal Building Supply. Metal roofs have long life and very low maintenance. At 4W Metal, you'll find help from the planning through completion. Call or come by today.
At 4W.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
coaching offices for folks, and a lot of expansion in the district, safer rooms for folks to get underneath should weather be a factor during school or even during evening. The community has got access to places they didn't have before 2011. And Tim, that's been a big change as well.
Yeah, and that one of the things that the Dome has allowed you to do is when you host a tournament, in the old days, teams might have to go dress in a classroom. Mm. Now we've got 4 or 6, depending on who is in town that time, locker rooms right there at the floor. And so teams don't have to go running down hallways. They don't have to go find places to dress where there's not even a bathroom facility or a shower facility. So, just those kind of things that, you in reality, you kind of become a small college with the facilities, because unfortunately, when some of our kids leave here and if they go to JUCOs, those facilities aren't near what we have or anybody in the COC has. And it's just kind of the parents or the community has bought into making sure that the high school has the best that they can.
And we'll go ahead and wrap it up there with our round table. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll come back and listen to head coach Ryan McFarland. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home in Webb City is proud to support the Cardinals and has been serving the citizens of Webb City and the surrounding communities since 1888. Located at 301 West Broadway in Webb City, funeral directors BJ and Diana Goodwin specialize in funeral planning and services along with prearranged funeral plans. For more information about Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home, their phone number is 417-673-4666 or online at hedgelewis.com.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
You have to trust a lot of things every day. You trust your chair will hold you up when you sit down. You trust the brakes will stop your car when you press the pedal. But what can you trust that'll give you peace and joy in your life? Well, the Bible tells about a famous king who knew the answer to that question.
Solomon had a prescription for all of this. He said, I've tried it all and found that by trusting God, I have an inward peace and happiness.
Billy Graham explains what trusting God looks like.
It means to surrender yourself completely and unreservedly to Christ as Savior, Lord, and Master. That you come to the cross, confess your sins, and by faith receive Christ as your Savior. When Christ is implicitly trusted, a new life begins in the soul of man.
Discover how trusting Jesus Christ can bring you a new life today. Go to our website, findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
It's time for the Ryan McFarland Coaches Show. The Coaches Show is sponsored by Arvest Wealth Management, Madison Pet Clinic, and Papa John's Pizza in Webb City. Now, here's Scott Boudreau with head coach Ryan McFarland.
Hey, good evening, Cardinal fans. Welcome to tonight's Coaches Show. Scott Boudreau along with the head coach Ryan McFarland. The Cardinals travel to Nixa, Missouri tonight to play the Nixa Eagles, fresh off a solid victory last week against Lebanon. Anytime you can win that first home game and do some positive things, I would guess week 2 practice goes a little better, even though you're cleaning up some things.
Yeah, they say in coaching that you make your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2, and I was proud of our kids for their effort last week, and there's definitely some things we got to get better at for tonight, and I think in practice this week we fixed a lot of those issues, so we're excited to kind of come out tonight and kind of see if we're a better football team than we were a week ago.
We saw the running game, which is something that Webb City's hung its hat on for over 30 years now, really come into play throughout the game, but it was different contributions from different guys. That has to be the key to success for you guys on any given Friday night.
Yeah, like I've said all offseason, we've got 5 running backs that I really feel like can play on Friday nights, and 4 of them played last Friday, and we got a lot of weapons. And then getting Gabe back, where he's still trying to get back in the swing of things after missing a year from his injury, but definitely have the pieces to be real explosive on offense. And I think we proved that. First play of the game Friday night, Mason Williams doesn't step out of bounds by an inch. He probably scores on the first play, and that would have been an 80-yard run. And we had, I believe 30 or 31 carries for about 280 yards, and we averaged over 8 yards a carry the other night. And so that's where we need to be this year, and that's where I think we can be with the guys that we have. And then you look up front, and Kell and Loudon both started last year as sophomores, and they're back as juniors, and they're definitely much improved this year. And Cooper White started at center, and Caleb Minershagen, a sophomore, started at guard, and Jace Cartwright, a senior, got his first start at tackle, and then we brought in Connor Hood later in the game to play some guard. So those guys up front are really inexperienced, and they're going to get better and better. And once we get our offensive line playing a high level and our skilled guys doing what they're doing, we could be pretty explosive.
On the defensive side of the ball, I thought, although it didn't necessarily show it in terms of stopping the run, but I thought your defensive backfield played particularly well. You had an interception, and they showed they could cover some guys. I'm sure that's an area, though, that you want to improve on as you go into Nixa this week.
Yeah, extremely proud of our defense. Defensive line, we played 6 or 7 guys up front, and they just kind of rotated throughout the night, which was our plan going in. I thought they did a great job. I thought our linebackers played really well. Secondary played well. Braden Strickland got a interception early in the game. Again, that he would have returned for a touchdown, but barely stepped out of bounds. And then to end the game, Slade Hurd got an interception. But probably the most frustrating thing defensively was just their third down conversions. And they had 5 conversions on third down and 10 or more. And when you're playing a flex bone option offense and you get them to 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 12, you really like your chances of stopping them. And, we gave up 5 completions in those situations. So that's something that, we'll work on and get better. And talk about inexperienced guys. Braylon Coleman's another sophomore that got his first start the other night. So there's just some inexperienced guys. There's some older guys that haven't played a whole lot, and they'll get more experience as they go. But the thing I liked is I thought our effort was awesome. And like I said, we had 31 carries for 280 yards. They had 52 carries for 240 yards. So if we can continue to outrush our opponents like we did the other night, I'll be pretty happy with the season.
A backer of Cardinal Athletics is Arvest Wealth Management, offering services in financial and retirement planning, as well as managing stocks and bonds, plus estate planning. For more information, the phone number for Arvest Wealth Management advisors Adrian Jackson, Scott Boudreau, Garrett Taylor, Ashley Durbin, and Christy Gullett is 417-627-8166 or online at arvest.com. Member FINRA SIPC, proud to support local high school athletics.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
KNEO would like to thank Papa John's Pizza in Webb City for sponsoring this portion of the game. They are proud supporters of the Webb City Cardinals and offer delivery and carry-out services on a variety of pizzas, as well as breadsticks and wings. Located in the City Point Shopping Center in Webb City and open 7 days a week. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or for a complete menu or online ordering, their website is papajohns.com.
We turn the page quickly, face Class 6A Nixa Eagles, who went to the championship game last year, lost to a team from DeSmet. Not only do they bring back a lot of those starters, but to compound the challenge tonight, they get a running back who played at DeSmet last year, and he's the real deal. But How do you go into a game like this knowing a team like that has had such a strong year coming back?
We're really excited about the opportunity, and what we've challenged our kids with is they might be the best team in Class 6, so the best part about it is we get a chance to play a really, really good football team week 2 of our season, so we can kind of see how good we are, because we're not sure how good we are right now. But you look at Nixa on offense, and they've got obviously the Cantwell kid, and they've got another lineman that's getting some smaller Division I looks, and they're 340 to 280 across the board, so they're definitely going to be much bigger than we are. And they've got a phenomenal athlete at quarterback who's 6'4", 205. That's a junior that's getting some Division I looks as well. You mentioned the running back that transferred in from DeSmit. So they've got a lot of weapons, and they pride themselves on scoring a lot of points. And I've told our defense all week our game plan is, they're going to score points, but let's try to get them to score points as slowly as we can. And instead of 3 or 4 play drives, let's really work to get to that 8 to 10 drive or play drives. And if we can, every time they snap the ball, there's a chance, they could fumble the ball. We could get an interception. It can be a negative play. So we just want to try to get as many negative plays as we can. And offensively, we kind of want to do what Lebanon did to us last week and do that to them, and we need to hold on to the ball and grind out first downs. And that's been kind of the big emphasis in practice is just, we've got to get first downs to keep possession of the ball, and then eventually if you get enough first downs, you're going to get in scoring range and we're going to score. So, we're not going to shut them out tonight. They're going to score theirs, but I really think offensively we've got the opportunity to put up some points, and we're going to go one play at a time, one drive at a time, and just try to keep the game close quarter by quarter and then try to win it in the fourth quarter.
Coach, the first road trip of the season, what's special about road trips? What do you try to emphasize?
Yeah, it's a business trip, so we'll feed the boys after school together. We'll have some offense and defensive meetings. We'll have a team meeting, and then we'll get on the bus. And that's probably my favorite part of road games is just, you get your guys collected, and we get on the buses together, and, you hop on the bus, and everyone gets to take a small nap here because we'll be on the bus for a little over an hour. But it's just the team chemistry of just kind of loading up on the bus together, knowing that you're going to compete as a team, and we're all in this together and get there, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. Nixa does a great job of, I would say it's, almost kind of like a circus or something at times, but they'll have a lot of activities going on. There's going to be a great crowd there tonight, and so it's a fun atmosphere to play in. And, I think the biggest part about tonight is you ask anybody in Southwest Missouri, the state of Missouri, or the Midwest of the United States, and we're definitely the team that no one thinks can win. So there's not a lot of pressure on us to go win the game, but we get to go out and have fun and play really hard. And if we do that, we might surprise some people.
When you look in the eyes of those guys tonight before game, what do you tell them the keys to victory are for the Cardinals tonight?
We just got to take it one play at a time. We got to play as hard as we can on every single snap, and I think if we do that, good things are going to happen. Offensively, we can't have fumbled snaps. We can't have turnovers. We can't have holding penalties. We can't have, false starts. So all those little things that we can control, we just have to control those things, and then defensively just fly around and have fun. And they're going to get their yards, they're going to get their scores, but we're going to make it as hard on them as possible. And they're used to scoring a lot of points. They're very aggressive offensively. They want big plays, and so if we can hold them, if we can take away the big plays and make them kind of grind it out, they don't really like to do that. That's going to frustrate them a little bit. But like I said, there's not a ton of pressure on us. Tonight we're really, really excited about the opportunity to see where we're at against a really good school. And our kids in practice this week have done a phenomenal job of preparing, and we're excited to get out there and see what we can do.
Well, good luck in tonight's ball game. We'll talk to you at halftime and after the game.
You've been listening to the Ryan McFarland Coaches Show. The Coaches Show is sponsored by Arvest Wealth Management, Madison Pet Clinic, and Papa John's Pizza in Webb City.
Dr. Haley Burpo of Burpo Family Chiropractic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals and wants to wish them much success throughout the season. Located at 26 South Main in Webb City, she offers chiropractic treatment services for the entire family. For appointment information, 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals.
Brought to you by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill.
And the Nixa Eagles marching band has taken the field. We're about to see the colors presented, so we may interrupt this conversation. But let's talk about the special teams game tonight, Justin, what that could play into the overall game. It's always 1/3 of the game, but on a night like this, I think it could be extra important.
Yeah, I think as the weather starts to diminish a little bit, still going to have some wet surfaces, obviously wet footballs out there. So ball security going to be preached. You might see a little bit of a trickery here in the kickoff teams for either team, but going to be preaching solid blocking up front. Give your return guys a chance here, and then you talk about the PATs as well. That ball's going to have to touch the ground every time. You got to make sure your holder get that thing down, and your kicker is sure-footed and gets it through. So obviously one of the elements or one of the facets of this game tonight is going to be how well can the special teams adjust to the elements here, and we'll see that here shortly, about 17 minutes away from kickoff.
Yeah, northeast wind at 10 miles an hour. We'll see what it's like kicking to the north a little bit later, as we're anticipating the national anthem here any minute. But we'll go ahead and bring on our good friend Tim Workman again, as want to talk about some Cardinal history. And we get interrupted here by the anthem. We'll come back to it after a break.
Well, we'll talk a little history here on this day. Back in 1980, Webb City's stingy, determined defense was the dominant force in a 6-0 win over Carthage in the season opener. Paul Moser recovered one of 4 Tiger fumbles that they had in the game late in the first half, and they scored on a 4th and 4-yard run with quarterback Keith Hirsch. And then they held the Tigers to only 13 yards of offense in the second half, with Phil Devine ending all hopes of a Tiger comeback, picking off a pass with only 41 seconds remaining. Now we're going to jump forward to 1997. Josh Chapman scored 3 touchdowns. Ty Wynn, Adam Schooley, each rushed for over 100 as the Cardinals defeated Branson. And it was win number 1 for our new head coach at that time, John Roderick. The defense ultimately limited the Pirates to only 86 yards of total offense on the evening.
And hold that thought as the Nixa Eagles marching band set to bring us the anthem here in just a moment. They're waiting for one more signal, and then we'll go ahead and send it to break. But what a momentous night that was. 1997, our good friend John Roderick, and the most successful coach in Missouri State High School history. And for our part, I think we'd say the best coach in Missouri State High School history along the way. So, well, let's keep talking while they gather the band together. I think they're waiting for some kind of adjustment on the field. So, Tim, continue.
Well, then we just talked about playing Nixa itself. You know, the first time we played him was when Jerry Kill was here back in 88 and 89. And then 3 of the next 4 were playoff games.
And here we are. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with more of our countdown to kickoff. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back in 2 minutes.
Getting to heaven isn't just about putting enough good on one side of the scale to balance the bad on the other. It's about fulfilling a death penalty, the one we deserve for our rebellion against God. None of the great moralities or great religions can pay the death penalty for our sin. Only Jesus Christ's death on the cross can do that. You have to look to Him as the only one who can save you. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM. That's 888-NEED-HIM.
None of us wants our most secret conversations revealed. We don't want the curtain pulled back on things we've said over the phone, yet God knows every word we say and every thought we think. The Bible tells us the secrets we've whispered in the dark will someday be proclaimed for all to hear. On that day, we will each be held accountable. However, Jesus died to help us, to purge the record of every person who asks Him for forgiveness. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
And we welcome you back to Nixa High School as the Cardinals just about 12 and a half minutes now from kickoff against the Nixa Eagles here at Nixa High School tonight. The Eagles have honored their seniors. We've heard a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by their marching band. And, Tim, now it's time to look at the COC and give us a quick look of what's happened so far.
Well, last week was all interdivision, West versus East, and the West prevailed in 4 of those contests. Republic unfortunately took a loss, but it was to these Nixa Eagles. And Ozark was able to defeat Willard. Carthage, Joplin, Neosho, and of course us were all successful. So 4 teams on the West, 1-0. 4 teams on the East, 0-1. And then those 2 aforementioned, Nixa and Ozark, were the ones that got it done when they crossed. And this week, still the same thing. Joplin's at Lebanon, Neosho's at Kickapoo. Republic went up to Waynesville. Carthage is at Ozark, and Willard is taking on Glendale.
And that's a look around the COC. We'll take another 2-minute timeout, come back with our keys to winning. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
For over 100 years, Webb City has trusted Simpson Funeral Home for all of their death care needs. Simpson Funeral Home dignifies lives well lived through customizable cremation and burial plans, as well as pre-need funeral plans and monument design. Simpson Funeral Home, now offering pet cremation services, has 2 locations to serve you: 400 West Dougherty Street in Webb City and 101 North Main Street in Carl Junction. Call or text 417-673-2411 or visit online at simpsonfh.com.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
So there I was, sitting next to my nephew playing on his Etch-a-Sketch pad. We had so much fun drawing fun and silly pictures together. But the cool thing was that if we messed up, we just hit the start over button. Lots of people wish they could do that with life, and that's exactly what God did for us. He sent Jesus to die for our sins so that you and I could have a second chance, a clean slate. To find out more, call 1-888-NEED-HIM. 888-NEED-HIM.
And we welcome you back to Nixa High School here as the Cardinals set to face the Nixa Eagles. And 9 minutes away from kickoff, but it's time for our keys to winning tonight. And Justin, I've got one, but I'll let you go first.
I think tonight, the 2 of the keys for the Cardinals, I think you got to embrace the underdog role a little bit. Cardinals not used to being in that position with the storied program that they have here. Nixa has come onto the scene the last 4 or 5 years and kind of stolen that thunder away. I think you embrace that here tonight on a wet, kind of dreary night. Embrace that a little bit. Second thing, I think you've got to force at least 1 turnover tonight if you want to have a chance at beating these guys. They're so efficient offensively that you've got to take that out of the game a little bit. You've got to find a turnover, whether that's an interception, whether that's a muffed kickoff return, whether that's a strip on a fumble from a running back. You've got to force, I think, at least 1 turnover because you know that this could get into a shootout where you're trying to play catch up and chase points. I think if you can get at least 1 tonight, you've got a chance of stealing a win here in Nixa.
And my 1 key for the Cardinals tonight is to play to the whistle and go all out on every play. I mean, it sounds trite and it may be something sounds like coach speak, but why wouldn't you embrace an opportunity like this to play a program that is coming up and been the strength of Class 6A for the last couple of years under head coach John Perry. But this is an opportunity for this young Cardinal club to get one game better and not worry about the results, but worry about their effort, worry about their execution on the field, and see if they can make a little magic on this gray turf here tonight at Nixa High School. We'll go ahead and take a timeout, come back with our coin toss. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back here in 2 minutes.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized Arvest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. Arvest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Well, the crowds from both Cardinal Nation and the Eagles sidelines getting excited now as both teams have taken the field, and we're just a couple minutes away from getting to midfield for a coin toss to get this one kicked off. A good crowd assembled on the home side, everybody making their way in after maybe thinking about how much covering they needed or what kind of umbrella or poncho was going to be needed to stay dry for this one. But a good representation from the Cardinal visiting side as well. And I got a feeling Coach McFarland has had a great week of practice with these guys, and now they're ready to just go hit the team that's on the opposite side and see how you measure up. There's nothing to fear now except just try to play your best and see what happens at the end of the couple hours from now. The rain's still coming down. I would say it's some since we first started this pregame show, but it's not coming down as hard as we might have expected. And maybe an hour from now, as I told the head referee, Chris Wilson, maybe by the end of the second quarter we'll be done with this rain cloud stuff. Wind's still blowing out of the northeast at 10 miles an hour. I don't think it'll give the passing game a hard time, but I think it could give the kickers a bit of trouble depending on how it swirls and other things like that.
And Scott, as we wait for the coin toss, captains are ready to make their way to the field. We'll talk to you a little bit about the newly released districts here. Class 5 District 6 is where the Cardinals land. That's got Carthage, Webb City, Neosho, Branson, Parkview, Willard, and Republic. So Webb City and Republic going to get to face each other in districts. That game's been historically a quarterfinal, semifinal game the last few years. So now Republic and Webb City will have to go through each other, as well as Carthage in there. Branson jumps back into that district, so Cardinal fans won't have to travel to Kansas City at any point during the district tournament. Captains shake hands at midfield. Captains for the Eagles tonight, number 71, Hayden Mays. Number 44, Wyatt Isaacson. Number 11, Owen Locke. And the big man, Jackson Cantwell. Captains for the Nixa Eagles. Your captains for the Webb City Cardinals, number 1, Trayvon Turner. Number 18, Gus Carnes. It's Gavin Stodchill, the senior linebacker, out there. And then there's one more whose number's hiding from me right now. We'll get him here in a second. I believe it's Gabe Johnson, the other captain for the Cardinals. Coin toss. Official talking to his guys about what he expects from both teams.
Chris Wilson, our referee, and his crew from all over this area. Referee Wilson in his 17th year of officiating, and now has turned to the Cardinals to get the call for this coin toss. And the music behind us playing, and they've shown the coin to both sets of captains. And Cardinals have made the call, and there's the flip in the air. And the Cardinals have won the toss, and they will defer to the second half. That means the Cardinals will kick off to the Eagles, and that means it's time to play some football. Back here in 2 minutes.
And we welcome you back here to Nixa, Missouri. Your Webb City Cardinals set to take on the Nixa Eagles. Cardinals will kick off first from the north end zone to the south end zone. Nixa Eagles in the all reds with the white numbers. Cardinals in the blue pants, white jerseys with the red numbers. Set back to return for the Nixa Eagles, Randy Flint, Carter Mabey. Kicking off for the Cardinals, Diego Aldretti. Throws his hand up, checks the line. Down he goes. Football's away. Nixa takes it at about the 10-yard line. He's got some blocking up front. Cardinals squeeze him in the middle and able to bring him down at about the 27-yard line. That's where the Nixa Eagle offense will take over, and we'll see what the high-powered McCaster is all about here as he awaits his troops behind him coming out. Cardinal defense out there ready to go. Chilly night here in Nixa. Rain's starting to slow down a little bit, but good hitting weather if you're a fan here. Adam McKnight.
Into shotgun is McKnight. Claps his hand, gives it to running back. And McCaster is gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. They blew a hole open right through the middle of the defense. And McCaster had no trouble. Went untouched, basically, Justin.
Yeah, nobody touched him. Gap wide open through the middle there. Assignment missed by the Cardinals, and you saw the open field speed there, and maybe only at about 80%. Didn't have to worry about anybody catching him that time. Eagles one and done as they waste no time getting in the end zone. First play from scrimmage, the PAT. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good.
And with 11:44 left here in the first quarter, it's the Nixa Eagles 7, your Webb City Cardinals nothing. We'll take a 1-minute break. Back here with more Cardinal football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Jonah Fields kicks the ball down to the 3-yard line, but it goes out of bounds. And a break for the Cardinals. Gabe Johnson let that one go. A quick 7-0 for the Nixa Eagles. That was the ultimate explosive play. Just a simple handoff in the backfield. And you saw the speed, and I'm not sure he got to fifth gear. McCaster was off to the races, and Cardinals set to try to answer that now with their offense out there. We'll see Gabe Johnson under center as Holden Johnson brings in the first play call for the Cardinals. They'll start at the 35-yard line after the ball bounced out of bounds. Single receiver right is Johnson. 2 backs in the backfield, Hurd and Williams. The give is to Williams. Up the left tackle he goes. He'll get to about the 41-yard line. A good pickup there.
Well, we saw what he could do on the ground, 130 yards for Williams last week. So we know the Cardinals can run against this Nixa defense. The question mark was, what was the defense going to look like for the Cardinals? McCaster takes it to the house first time. Now you're asking your guys, we got to answer because you don't want to get in a point-chasing game here tonight.
2nd and 4. Hurd split out wide left. And the keeper by Johnson this time turns the corner over the right side, and he'll have the first down at about the 47-yard line. And good pickup there for the Cardinals. This offense for the Cardinals feels like they can make some plays. And if they'll just be patient, get good blocking up front, we know that's certainly the intent. Trey Turner wide right this time. Johnson calls out the signals. Hurd and Williams in the backfield. The give to Williams. He's got a hole, and he'll pick up about 8 or 9 yards there. Good blocking up front here early.
Well, and I think what you want to do, especially after the explosive play you saw from Nixa on their first drive, is you got to come out and answer, but you also got to develop some pride in yourself and say, hey, we're not out of this game. It's still the first quarter. We can do some things too. Cardinals a slow, methodical drive, and you're seeing that trickle down from the coaching staff. Not a panic moment where they feel like they got to get it all back here. Cardinals building the drive here as they've crossed midfield.
Gus Carnes, a tight end left. Hurd and Williams in the backfield. 2 receivers right. They'll run it to the left side. Johnson keeps it. He'll have the first down and more inside the 30 before he goes out of bounds. And again, just using his speed to get to the corner. A good seal by Gus Carnes on the edge that time.
Well, and anytime you're trying to get outside, that's your guy that you're relying on as your tight end to keep everything pinched in. That time, Gus Carnes, a great job of keeping things inside. And Gabe Johnson, as you mentioned, able to use his speed to get to the edge and pick up another first down for the Cardinals on this drive.
1st and 10 from the 29. Johnson gives to Williams. Over the left side, he'll pick up about 4 yards there.
Gets just across the 25 to the 24. They'll give him 5, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Well, in case you're trying to watch the Chiefs games at the same time, you can download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. Take the KNEO iPhone phone app sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
Johnson looks at his backfield, Hurd and Williams. This time he'll give it to Williams on the quick dive that time. And you can see they're going to play that option offense here. They're going to make the Eagles respect all 3 layers of the running game here. We've seen everybody carry it. It's 3rd and about a long 2 here for the Cardinals from the 21. Johnson gives to Williams. He cuts back across and gets down inside the 10-yard line. Initially went inside his left guard and then cut it back to the right, Justin, got to the 2nd level.
Well, 2 things you love about Mason Williams. He's a smart football player. He's going to make the right play, but he's also one of the toughest guys you'll meet as well. And so he gets met in that hole. He's going to bring bodies with him. You saw at that time he was able to pick up some good yardage. You get him inside the 10 now, 1st and goal at the 8.
1st and goal at the 8, double tight set on the right. And the keeper by Johnson gets through the initial hole, stretches to the goal line, and he'll be about a half-yard short. And the Cards want to go quick here. 2nd and half a yard. Johnson backs out, gets the play call. Long count. Now gives it to Williams, and is he into the end zone? It's close. No signal yet.
I think he's at the half-inch.
They'll say he was a little more upright than I think he wanted to be that time, Justin. Didn't quite get the leverage he wanted. We'll see what the Cardinals do here. It's 3rd, and I'm going to call it 6 inches.
Well, I think you're obviously in 4-down territory. You got to punch it in here if you can, but knowing the Cardinals have that, you're going to see Gabe maybe try to get a hard count here, see if you can get him to jump early, although doesn't do a whole lot for you from the half-inch line here, half-yard line.
Holden Johnson checks in. He's wide right. Johnson gives it. Hurd dropped it, and Johnson picked it back up. And a near disaster for the Cardinals. It'll be 4th down from the 5-yard line, I believe. We'll see where they mark it. No, they mark it at the 3. But that was just a slip of the football that time. And Cardinals, plenty of time on the play clock. 10 seconds now, though. They need to get out of the huddle. 5 seconds. Got to snap it quick. 2. And now a timeout called by the Cardinals. They were late getting into play, and you'd rather be sure than do something you don't want to do. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back with more Cardinal football after this on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
We welcome you back to Nixa High School. 4th and 3 for the Cardinals, trailing 7-0 from the 3-yard line. 4th and goal for the Cardinals. They averted disaster as Gabe Johnson fell on the loose ball. Now they'll split Hurd out left. Johnson under center, Williams in the backfield. Hurd in motion left to right. And Johnson wants to throw. Turns the corner, and he'll throw it late and dropped. In and out of the hands of Gus Carnes that time, as Johnson tried to just float that one in there.
I thought he put the right touch on it, but the Cardinals are thwarted after being at the 6-inch line on 4th and 3. They had moved it down the field from the 35 all the way down to the 2-inch line almost. Now they face the Nixa Eagles. Adam McKnight back in there at quarterback. As the Eagles take over, he'll be in his own end zone. He'll keep it and pick up about 4 yards there.
Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, 4W Metal Building Supply, Dairy Queen of Webb City, and Crowder College, all proud sponsors of tonight's ballgame.
2nd and 6 for the Eagles. More like 7. 6:08 left here in the first quarter. McKnight, handoff this time. And yeah, they're looking at McCaster on the sideline. Not sure how he got injured, but receiving some attention from the training staff of the Eagles. Running back that time. We'll catch a number for you here in just a moment. McKnight in there now on 3rd and 12, or excuse me, 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Handoff once again to Jax Adams. And he should have enough for the first down.
And we mentioned McCaster not getting up to full speed, seeing him getting stretched out on the sideline. Maybe you understand why there. They're still working on him a little bit. He's gimping a little bit. Not sure if it's a hamstring or a quad. Trying to work that right leg out. Nixa picks up the first down regardless.
Adams now the back in the backfield behind McKnight. 2 receivers left and right. And on the jet sweep, here comes Owen Locke, the senior. And a good stop by the Cardinals on the edge that time after a short pickup.
Carson Myers flying down from that safety position, able to make the play.
He picks up 5, brings up 2nd and 5. Eagles working quickly. McKnight claps his hand, gets a snap, gives it to Adams over the left side. Tripped up, gets away from a would-be tackler and gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line and picks up the first down. Eagles moving the ball on the ground. That's certainly their game plan, whether McCaster's in there or not. Adams, the junior running back, being called to that duty right now behind McKnight. Play action. McKnight wants to throw. Has his receiver. And that's Skylar Brown, the senior wide receiver, on just a little short route in the flat that time.
An all-day to throw there off the play action. McKnight able to step in and find his guy who just sat in the zone. Cardinals no doubt looking for a stop here.
Flock lined up left. This time the give is to Adams. He wants to get around the left side, turns the corner, and grab from behind. There may be a horse collar there on the Cardinals.
I thought maybe he had him a little high. Couldn't tell if he was underneath the shoulder pad or not. Up there, they'll get him for the personal foul. This will tack off some more yardage.
Hoffman that time on the tackle, but as you said, he grabbed the inside. And the penalty yardage will take this one all the way down to the Cardinals' 31-yard line. And McCaster back in there for the Eagles.
Still a little ginger on that leg, so we'll keep an eye on that. See what happens here. As you mentioned, first down for the Eagles inside Cardinal territory at the 31.
The give is to McCaster. Wants to work off the right side. Goes to the edge and tripped up from behind on good pursuit that time. And once again, that was Hoffman on the tackle.
And you wonder if, even though he's playing through it, if it's bothering him a little bit. You've seen in previous games from last year and this one, he'll plant that foot in the ground and get upfield. That time had to string it wide.
2nd and 8 for the Eagles from the 29. The give to McCaster once again. Pulled down right at the line of scrimmage. And who picked up the tackle there, Justin?
I believe it was Cooper Ray or Cooper Tingle, both guys on the inside there for the Cardinals, able to rope him down. And that's what you got to do if you're these interior guys. Don't let them break that first line of containment. That time able to burst through there and make the tackle, put them in a 3rd and long situation. We talked about putting them in passing downs. Here's your chance here if you're the Cardinals.
2-by-1 for the Eagles here. McKnight looks across the middle, has his tight end, and he's just at the 20-yard line, just enough and a yard more for the first down. They'll give him the 19. But they spread the Cardinals out that time, then they go to the tight end seam pass.
Well, and he did exactly what he needed to do. He found where that 10-yard mark was, sat right out about the 11-yard spot, and then just waited for McKnight to find him. And he picks up the first down, ball at the 19-yard line now.
1st and 10 for the Eagles, looking for their second score of the night. McKnight. He dropped the ball after he wanted to give it to McCaster, hung onto it, similar to the play the Cardinals had between Gabe Johnson and Hurd. Cardinals, had they been in the backfield a hair sooner, might have been able to fall on that one. And you could see maybe it's the slick football, maybe it's just miscommunication that time. But the Cardinals were right there. In fact, Carson Myers came downhill from his safety spot, try to get on that football. 2nd and 14, McKnight to throw, intercepted by Myers. He's at the 20, the 25, now to the 30, and just what defensive coordinator Aaron David told me they wanted. They wanted to get into some passing downs if they could on 2nd and 3rd and longs, and that time in that zone defense, Myers, the safety, read the quarterback's eyes.
Well, did a great job of knowing nobody's behind him, so everything's got to be in front, just like a good safety does. And he stepped up and made the play, and nobody may be more excited than former free safety over here, Coach Trey Derryberry. He's fired up for his guys up here in the booth. Now Gabe Johnson, a chance for this Cardinal offense to get on the board. 7-0, 41 seconds left to go here in the first.
Johnson under center. Hurd and Williams in the backfield. The give to Hurd. Up the middle he goes. And still carrying bodies forward. Slade Hurd, not an easy guy to bring down. And they'll give him about 4 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 6. See if the Cardinals want to let the first quarter expire here. They don't have to run a play if they don't want to, but they'll get to the line at least. Maybe a hard count. 16 seconds on the play clock, 6 on the quarter clock. Johnson gives to Williams, gets near the 45-yard line. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, it's the Nixa Eagles 7. Your Webb City Cardinals nothing. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KDO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back here in 1 minute.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Johnson Real Estate and Consulting and Keller Williams Realty have been serving the real estate needs of the local community for over 20 years. For all your real estate needs, call Steve Johnson, 417-850-7391, or Dustin Johnson at 417-291-7706, proud supporters of the Cardinals.
3rd and 2, Johnson under center, Williams and Hurd in the backfield. The give is to Williams that time. Sorry, a lot of bodies up front that time helping him get the first down. He got the yardage needed, and that'll move the chains out to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 from there after the Cardinals got the first turnover of the night. One of our keys to the game was to see if you could produce some turnovers. Cardinals certainly able to do so. Now the offense looking to punch one in on this series.
Well, I think what that turnover does for you, forces you not to feel like you need to be in a hurry. Just a one-score game, so you can take your time, make sure you get everything executed right.
And the pitch to Hurd, turning the corner right, cuts back to his left. He'll have the first down. And the Cardinals doing a nice job with the play calling right now. They're seeing what the Eagles are doing defensively, adjusting to the inside run game, and then when they can, get outside.
Well, and we talked about the big boys up front doing their job. They're getting enough of a push that Gabe's got some options. That time it was him and the pitch man. He was able to force the linebacker inside, found Slade on the outside.
And another pitch to Hurd over the outside. Gets down near the 30-yard line, pickup of about 7 or 8 that time. And that was the quick pitch that time. Try to get Hurd on the edge early.
When you talk about that, the difference there, talking about your guys up front doing their job, you know that the defensive line's not getting a pitch, so you feel like you can get that quick pitch off easily. That time Slade Hurd able to scramble for 7.
2nd along 2. Johnson under center, Williams and Hurd. A flag. Is that going to be offsides or an illegal procedure? We'll hear from our referee, Chris Wilson. It's illegal procedure against the Cardinals. It'll back them up.
Make sure you stay tuned after tonight's game for the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. You can also check out our live scoreboard during the game. Go to kneo.org and get the latest scores from games around the area as they're happening.
Backs up the Cardinals. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 37-yard line. 2 receivers left. The give to Williams.
Ball came out.
Ball came out late, but he fell on top of it. Trying to bring up a 3rd and manageable here. Holden Johnson brings in the play to his quarterback, Gabe Johnson.
Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Bill's Electric Incorporated, all proud sponsors of tonight's broadcast.
They'll split 2 receivers left. Tight end at a wing right. Johnson with a long count. Single back. And stuffed at the line of scrimmage that time was Mason Williams. But I got to believe this is 4-down territory for the Cardinals, as they'll put the ball down at the 31-yard line. They need to get to the 28. It's another 4th and 3 coming up for the Cardinals. Head coach Ryan McFarland talking about it with his sideline. A punt doesn't do you a lot here.
Yeah, you feel like you're at the 31 of Nixa here. If you do turn it over on downs, they're still deep in their own territory, so you figure you
they're going to let the clock run down. Let's see if they call a timeout. And the Cardinals do call a timeout. We'll keep it here. Tell you about some more of our sponsors.
Pam Drake at Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945. It's located at 108 North Main Street in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, 417-673-1242 or online at RoderickInsuranceAgency.com. And a proud support of local high school athletics is Missouri State Representative Bob Bromley. He's honored to serve the citizens of the 162nd District, including the towns of Carl Junction and Webb City. State Representative Bob Bromley would like to congratulate all the area teams on their hard work. And Paint Chips and Glitter Boutique at 110 West Broadway in Webb City is open Tuesday through Thursday, 10:30 to 5:30. Fridays, 10:30 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3, offering ladies' clothing, jewelry, accessories, and more. Also carry Webb City shirts, accessories, and other spirit wear as well. You can learn more online at paintchimpsandglitterboutique.com. Proud to support the Cardinals.
3 in the backfield. The pitch is to Hurd. He'll get upfield. He'll get across to the 27-yard line, and then a late flag after the play as the Cardinals pick up the first down. And we'll see what the marker's for. Let's see what our referee, Chris Wilson, has to say. Personal foul against the Nixa Eagles. So tack on 15 more. That'll move the ball all the way down to the 13-yard line. And, Justin, that was just great play design. You had 3 guys in the backfield, and 2 of them could lead block then for Hurd to get around the corner.
Yeah, great power look there from the Cardinals. Cardinals now going to split 2 wide receivers out here on the near side. Split backs behind Johnson. Takes a peek at the wristband. Ref says we're ready to go, and Johnson will get under center.
Weller and Turner out on the left side. And the give is to Hurd once again. He escapes a couple of tacklers and nearly broke the last one he needed, but he'll get down near the 5-yard line. Great pickup there.
He saw the space on the edge. He was trying to get there. The middle linebacker was able to get him by the shoestring. Otherwise, he might have walked into the end zone. Cardinals, though, pick up great yardage on first down. Just a 2nd and 2 now. Ball right at the 5-yard line.
Ganaway rejoins at a second tight end position. Johnson wide right, 2 in the backfield. Johnson keeps it this time. He looked to his right. I think if he pitches that quick, he may have had Hurd in the end zone. But nevertheless, he picks up a couple. You don't mind that play on first down.
Yeah, that to your point. If he gets rid of it quick, I think he's fine. That was starting to converge on him in the middle and maybe felt like he had to hang on to it at that point. We're going to get a little bit of a break here for a measurement. And while we do, we'll tell you about some more of our sponsors. Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools. Located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin. Specializing in complete body and frame repair, 4-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game.
Cardinals will be about a half a yard short here. So it'll bring up a 3rd and half a yard as they're inside the 4-yard line. Can pick up a first down without scoring, but they'd love to punch it in right here. Johnson under center, Williams and Hurd in the backfield. The give to Hurd over the left side, and did he get to the pylon? Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, he used all the real estate he could that time, Justin, but he gets the score, and the Cardinals feeling a little better right now.
Yeah, and a great job. And you talk about the pressure that comes with giving up a touchdown on the first drive defensively for you. Cardinals have responded well. They've got a turnover. They've made stops when they needed to, and now offensively have punched one into the end zone. Jared Castro on for the PAT.
There's the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and we're tied at 7 with 7:57 left here in the second quarter.
We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home in Webb City is proud to support the Cardinals and has been serving the citizens of Webb City and the surrounding communities since 1888. Located at 301 West Broadway in Webb City, funeral directors BJ and Diana Goodwin specialize in funeral planning and services along with prearranged funeral plans. For more information about Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home, their phone number is 417-673-4666 or online at hedgelewis.com.
Price Family Insurance and Financial.
Aldretti kicks off, gets it to the 20-yard line, and that picked up by Adams, but he was stopped quickly that time. Another tackle by Hoffman, Justin.
And Hoffman looking a little bit like a ninja knifing through there, able to get the tackle on the kickoff. A great job there by Hoffman. He's been in some plays for the Cardinals, and importantly, that's at 25 now for the Nixa Eagles. So Cardinals with some momentum, with some confidence now. As we mentioned, McCaster a little hobbly on the last few series here, and he's back in the backfield now behind McKnight.
3 wide on the right side. The gives to McCaster. No, the keeper by McKnight instead. It was a late pull, but they'll stop McKnight after about a 4-yard gain. Cardinals rallied around that football in a hurry after they realized McCaster didn't have it, but that's exactly why you have McCaster in there. You can fake to him once in a while and let McKnight keep it.
Yeah, and he did a great job at getting upfield. Did McKnight, a very capable athlete and runner in his own right. We saw him do some good things last year. And now McCaster on the sideline now, I believe. I thought I saw him come off. Got a different running back there behind McKnight now.
A 5-yard pickup, and the give up the middle that time. And that time it was see who our new back is. It was Joshua Ford, the running back, junior. And it'll bring up 3rd and inches. He didn't quite get the first down. Cardinals a 4-man line showing pressure off the left edge. They give to Ford again. He'll get across the 35 to about the 36 and no more. Cardinals concede the short yardage there, just didn't want to give up a big play. And after that first series on the missed assignments on McCaster's long run, better tackling by the Cardinals since.
Yeah, doing a nice job. We talk about assignment football. Cardinals doing a better job of that since that opening drive.
McKnight gives it to Ford. He'll cut back over the right side and tackled there by the Cardinals outside linebacker, River Lenker that time.
When we talk about McCaster obviously being the workhorse, there's plenty of other capable backs in this Nixa backfield. You've seen a couple different guys get in there, some speed guys, some guys that have delivered some power in their own right. So Cardinals still got to honor the running game if you're against these Nixa Eagles here.
McKnight will send one receiver left, 2 to his right. Ford in the backfield behind him. The give to Ford one more time, trying to turn the corner. Nice job of cutting off the edge that time, and none other than Barrick Hoffman, the junior defensive back, getting that time. And McKnight picks up big yardage before he's tackled all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Cardinals. Just a big hole that time for McKnight. And they spread you out with those 4-receiver look.
Yeah, you got to honor the pass on a 3rd and 4 situation there. So then that frees up the middle, and McKnight, with his athleticism, able to get enough of a push up front and then find a good chunk of yardage, gets him into Cardinal territory at the 41-yard line.
4:32 left here in the second quarter. We're tied at 7. Adams in the backfield now behind McKnight. And play action down the middle of the field, wide open. And Carter Mabe for the touchdown. McKnight with the play action fools the Cardinals. And I got to believe that's just a missed assignment that time. He was running just inside that left seam. And McKnight saw him in a hurry, able to deliver the football. And Eagles go up again with an extra point to come.
Well, you talk about having to honor the running game. You saw it a little bit there. Cardinals maybe peeking in the backfield, and then they go up over the top with the play action. PAT on for the Eagles. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Eagles lead at 14-7. 4:19 left to go here in the second quarter, rather. We'll be back here in 1 minute. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinal Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
And the kickoff by the Nixa Eagles to Mason Williams. Takes it from the 5 and carries it out to about the 32, 33-yard line. Justin has some scores for us.
Lebanon leads at 14-13 over Joplin. It's Carthage 14, Ozark nothing. No score out of Waynesville between the Tigers of Republic and Waynesville. Glendale leads at 6-7 over the Willard Tigers, and it's Neosho 7, Kickapoo nothing. Those scores in the first quarter.
Cardinals would love a 4-minute drive here to finish the half and tie up the score. Johnson on the give, up the middle that time to Hurd for maybe a short yard or two. They continue to make the Eagles honor that dive play or the midline game so they can get to the pitch game when they want to. Ganaway checks out. 2 receivers come in for the Cardinals. We've yet to see that throw down the field, but Turner and Johnson will line up left this time. Williams and Hurd in the backfield behind Johnson. And there's a give to Hurd. He'll rumble across near the 39-yard line. Picks up a couple of more yards. It'll bring up a third, and we'll call it 4 from the 39-yard line. 3:13 left here in the first half. Weller comes in at 1 receiver. 2 backs in the backfield. Johnson wants to pitch it on the edge to Hurd, and he is waylaid right at the 40-yard line. But let's see if this is a helmet-to-helmet or some kind of face mask. He was met just past the line of scrimmage, a flag on the play. And our referee, Chris Wilson, says personal foul against the Eagles. It'll be a first down for the Cardinals.
And while we move the chains, we'll tell you a proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Missouri State Representative Bob Bromley. He's honored to serve the citizens of the 162nd District, including the towns of Carl Junction and Webb City. State Representative Bob Bromley would like to congratulate all the area teams on their hard work.
With 2:45 left here in the second quarter, that moves the football up to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Cardinals trying to drive in for a score. Johnson on the keep this time. He faked the dive, and Eagles bottle him up this time. Cardinals got to play with some a little bit of pace right now, but you also don't want to give the ball back to the Eagles. So Coach McFarland used a couple of timeouts in that first quarter. Cardinals have one left. Eagles have all three. 2:11 and counting now. It'll be about 2 minutes when they snap this football. Johnson under center, two backs in the backfield. And the pitch again to Hurd over the outside, and he'll go out of bounds near the 41, 42-yard line. Bring up a third down play. The clock stopped at 1:54. And the question now is, do you try to get there? That was a little more like an RPO look. He had a receiver down the field, and now we'll see Turner and Weller come in. They'll pull Ganaway, the tight end. See what the Cardinals come up with on 3rd and 8. Johnson gives it on the dive to Williams. He picks up about 3 yards. And I got to think this 4-down territory for the Cardinals. He gets it to the 39. They'll bring up 4th and 4. And the Cardinals let the clock run, 1:30. Taking their sweet time. They know that if they can get a chunk play at some point, they can always play a little faster and hurry up. Just don't want to give the ball back to the Eagles. But more importantly, you got to think about, we are trying to score here. 5 seconds on the play clock. Johnson under center, and he gets it off. The pitch to Hurd. He's got to turn the corner, but he's corralled this time. And now a stop by the Eagles with 1:03 left on 4th down. The Cardinals trying to go wide. Eagles were wise to that pitch play. Maybe saw it a little too often on that drive.
Yeah, and just forced them to keep stretching. And then when Slade did try to cut it back upfield, just had no help on the inside. The Eagles had stretched the Cardinals thin in terms of blockers. Now the Eagles get the ball at their own 39-yard line, 1:03 left to go. They have a 14-7 lead over your Cardinals. We'll see how aggressive they want to be here. McKnight in a shotgun.
Got to hold them without scoring here. McKnight wants to throw, looking down the field, and a flag on the play, as the Cardinals will get called for interference here, but may have prevented a touchdown. And in high school football, it's not a spot foul. It's a 15-yarder. So they'll move the chains, and 56 seconds left on the clock. So pass interference called against the Cardinals. And let's see where they spot this football.
Should be about the 45.
Looks like the Cardinals'
46.
45-yard line. Actually, 46. Now you're asking your defensive backs to cover some speed now. McKnight in the shotgun. Adams next to him, 3 receivers. McKnight looks left. Now runs around trying to turn the corner. He'll get out of bounds inside the 35. They'll mark him out at the 32-yard line. A first down for the Eagles and 49 seconds left. This is about bend but don't break, and you're playing games with the clock right now, Justin, more than anything. You'd like to keep them in bounds, although that's not a big issue either with the 3 timeouts the Eagles have. You just want to keep them from scoring. McKnight takes a snap, rolls to his left in the flat, and catching the football and falling out of bounds. Owen Locke, the receiver. Just a little out route that time on the left
rollout that time by McKnight. Another completion. Down to 43 seconds on the clock, but a 1st and 10 from the 21. Cardinals would love a turnover here. See if the Eagles go back to the ground game one time. Adams in the backfield. There's the give to Adams. And he'll sneak across the middle for about 5-6 more yards. Get it down to the 15-yard line. A timeout called by the Eagles. We'll take it with you. Back here in 30 seconds, you're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Cool School Shop is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. Located at 100 South Main Street, Suite A in Webb City, they offer custom screen printing on school sports apparel like t-shirts and hoodies, and offer embroidery services and custom-made jerseys. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on Saturdays from 9 to noon. The Cool School Shop in Webb City, 417-673-3720, or online at coolschoolshop.com.
To Nixa High School here, Nixa, Missouri. Scott Boudreau along with Justin Boudreau, Drew Woodmansey doing the excellent camera work for us tonight. Tim Workman, Chan Workman, Roberta Foster back at our studios. It's 2nd and 4 for the Eagles with 36 seconds left in the second quarter, leading the Cardinals 14-7. Cardinals trying to keep them out of the end zone before the half ends. McKnight to throw, now scrambling, gets up the middle, tripped up by Mason Williams, but he gets down near the 5-yard line, and that's the trouble with McKnight.
Yep.
He's big enough and strong enough to make you pay on the running plays as well. Another timeout by the Eagles, and we'll keep it here as we tell you about some more of our sponsors.
Download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. Listen to the Webb City Cardinals sports on your smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play the KNEO Sports Network. And a 5-Star Food Equipment would like to let the Cardinals know they are proud of them, offering over 300 brands of food equipment and supplies, parts, and services to Joplin and the surrounding areas. 5-Star Food Equipment, 417-624-1100. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals on KNEO.
Early score from Sao Paulo, Brazil. 7-0 Chargers at the end of one. 29 seconds on the clock for the Eagles with one timeout left. 1st and 5 to go. Rollout by McKnight. Being chased, throws it out of the end zone. And nice job of pursuit that time by the Cardinals, not letting him see what he wanted to see, but that's what you got to have on those rollouts. Nice job by Bryson Bard that time, the senior linebacker, chasing him out of bounds.
Well, and what he did a nice job of was keeping his containment. He didn't take a break where McKnight could cut in front of him and get it up the sideline. He beat him to that sideline at that angle, forced McKnight to stay back and force a throw, and then the Cardinals secondary doing their job in coverage. Still 23 seconds left to go here. Eagles with one timeout, ball at the 5-yard line.
McKnight in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Now one in motion is locked. McKnight keeps it. He'll be stopped near the 3-yard line. And a final timeout called by John Perry, the Eagles head coach, as there's still 16 seconds left on the clock. Ball marked closer to the 3-yard line, so still got a ways to travel here on 3rd down coming up.
Well, and you talk about it here, no timeouts left for the Eagles, 16 seconds. If you stop them on a run play or you get McKnight in the backfield on a passing play, that ends the quarter. So no doubt the Cardinals looking to be aggressive, but also have to be smart at the same time. You don't want to over pursue and then leave somebody in the end zone if it's a pass play. And if they go to the run, you got to make sure that your guys stay in their lanes and stay contained. And interesting down here for the Eagles. We'll see what they want to dial up. As you mentioned, a long 3 for them. No timeouts left, 16 seconds. If we could chalk the number of times in history when a Cardinal defense has been in this exact position and got to stop, you're asking them to add to that tally here.
Better spy McKnight for sure. Single receiver left. Adams now will go to the slot, and they put Cantwell as the eligible receiver right. McKnight rolling. Now he throws all the way back to his left. Coverage there, and knocked away late by the Cardinals. Couldn't see who the defender was, Justin, but they tried to get it to their tight end. Is there a flag on the play? It'll be pass interference against the Cardinals with 9 seconds left on the clock. And again, you've got to either intercept that or go ahead and take the penalty and live to play another down. But now, ball going to be marked at the 1. And to some folks' chagrin, McKnight will be in the shotgun. He'll roll right, looking to run. The Cardinals, did they stop him or did he get in? A signal touchdown. McKnight squeezed his way in late, and with 4 seconds left on the second quarter clock, the Eagles score with an extra point to come here. The Cardinals close to getting the stop they needed, but just couldn't keep McKnight out of the end zone. He showed his power and strength there at the end. Here's the kick for the extra point. It's up and it's good. And the Nixa Eagles lead at 21-7. We'll take a 30-second timeout, come back with more Cardinal football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
In 3.
Eagles set to kick off after scoring 21-7, the lead, 4 seconds left. You'd expect just some kind of squib kick here from their kicker, Jonah Fields. It is a squibber up the middle. Cardinals get it on a bounce. Trying to get to the edge and tackled near the 22-yard line was Drake Claiborne, and that'll end the first half. The Cardinals trailing 21-7. We'll come back with our halftime show after this. You're listening to Cardinal football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Simpson Funeral Home has been serving the local area for over 100 years and is happy to serve local families during their time of need. With 2 locations, 400 West Doherty Street in Webb City and 101 North Main Street in Carl Junction, owners Austin and Amanda Simpson and their licensed staff can be reached at 417-673-2411. Simpson Funeral Home, a proud backer of the Webb City Cardinals.
Proud to be a part of our local communities is BEI, Bills Electric Incorporated, serving the 4-state area for over 60 years with locations in Webb City, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, Lowell, Arkansas, and Claremore, Oklahoma. They specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential electrical projects in the 4-state area. For employment or company information, their website is BEIJoplin.com or 417-624-6660. Bills Electric Incorporated is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Welcome to the KNEO Sports Network Halftime Show. The Cardinal Minute is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Webb City Cardinals.
Welcome to another edition of the Cardinal Minute. I'm Justin Boudreau, joined by head girls golf coach Jason Brown. Jason, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
understand you guys started the season yesterday. I know there's been some preparation all through the summer. Got to kick things off at Schifferdecker yesterday. Talk to us a little bit about how that went and how the girls performed there.
Yeah, it was a good day. This is for golf, I would say, kind of our version of like a jamboree, where there's not really a lot of stakes in this first one. We don't really hand out medals or specific team awards. This is just to get girls that have never played in a match some experience and get them feeling more comfortable. But it went well for us. We had Violet Hout, our sophomore that made it to state last year, finished 48th. She finished 5th overall. And then from there, I'd say solid scores, not quite where we want to be as a team to get our, we're shooting for under 400. I think we were at about 420, but, that's between 4 or 5 people. So cut off a couple on each and we'll get there.
Well, in girls golf as a whole, I feel like in the area, relatively new. You look back in a lot of schools. I know Neosho just started a program, I think, this year for their girls. So you're getting to kind of join in that new movement of getting girls more involved. I think it gives girls that maybe wouldn't be playing other sports another outlet to try something new. You talk about your team specifically. What do you see going forward in terms of the group that you've got, whether that be numbers on the course or just the camaraderie of this group so far and what you want to see going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Webb has had a program for a while, but you're absolutely right. I think the area is growing in programs. I also, I'm coming from more recently on varsity volleyball, and I watched that sport grow here over the last few years. And I kind of feel like golf is next. The golf is the girls' sport that's really growing in this area right now, especially. Again, my second year, I'll be honest, I didn't know a ton about golf when I started this, but that was this is my 25th season of coaching a sport in some way, form, or fashion. So this second year this is time to go. Last year was kind of trial by fire, get through it, learn the ropes. This year, I think my focus has definitely changed, which means the team focus has changed. Last year, I think we had a good, solid group of seniors that love the sport and have been playing for a while, but I feel like we probably have a little better talent this year, just ability to play. And so, my goal is to start creating a true program, in the way that Webb City football has, Webb City volleyball has, Webb City basketball. I want Webb City golf to have that same kind of tone of a program. And so that's where we're at this year. It's going to be the first year we're really focusing on not just individuals, but team, and then trying to really place in tournaments and stuff like that. And then just keep moving forward in the future and develop younger golfers so that when they're coming in, they already have some experience.
Well, Jason, thank you for your time here on the Cardinal Minute. Best of luck to you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to the Cardinal Minute.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is proud to sponsor local high school sports on KNEO. Sports Director Michael Amami and sports reporters Ryan Bunale and Cam Isimone have interviews, scores, and highlights weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report covers events from high school athletics to Missouri Southern and Pittsburgh State and local community colleges. Proud to support local high school sports.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A nonprofit organization, a sponsor of high school sports.
It's time for the Freeman Sports Health Minute. The Freeman Sports Team is proud to serve as the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges.
Welcome to another Health Minute here on KNEO. Adam Winkler here with you, joined by Caleb Garton. He is a trainer with Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Today's topic, what is a meniscus tear and what is the recovery time?
So your meniscus is the cushion that goes in between your femur and your tibia to absorb some of the shock. When you tear that, there's a little flap that'll flip up that gets caught in the joint. From there, it really depends on what they decide to do with the surgery. If they just clean it up, you're looking at 2 or 3 weeks. If they decide to sew it back together to get it to repair, you're looking at 4 to 6 months. So it's a pretty large variant on how long the recovery time might be.
For the Freeman Sports Health Minute, I'm Adam Winkler.
Missouri Southern State University is a culture of excellence, whether in the classroom
the lab, or on the court. It's where future educators, innovators, lifesavers, and global leaders call their home. It's a place where immersive learning environments can help empower students to command a future in their field. Come experience excellence and apply at mssu.edu.
Huhat Mongolian Grill at 1804 Rangeline in Joplin is proud to support local high school sports. They offer a variety of meat, stir-fry ingredients, and signature sauces that are then grilled together. Huhat Mongolian Grill is open Sunday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and offers dine and eating, curbside pickup, plus delivery through DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. More information online at huhat.com.
Webb City Cardinal fans, Express RX of Webb City is located at 101 West Doherty and is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays 9 to 1. They offer services such as pill packaging, plus prescription delivery or drive-through. They also have a mobile app where customers can manage their prescriptions and refills. Express RX of Webb City, 417-392-6039. Go Cardinals!
Strategy, focus, details. It's time to go inside the Cardinals playbook. Here's Scott Boudreau.
And we welcome you to another edition of Inside the Cardinals Playbook. Tonight I'm joined by Dr. Josh Flora, Assistant Superintendent, in charge of business operations here at the Webb City School District. Dr. Flora, thanks for joining me here. I know on a Friday night, away from the campus of Webb City School District, maybe not much going on, but certainly I'm sure this past summer and throughout the first part of the school year has been a lot going on from your responsibility standpoint, from transportation to buildings to everything in between.
Sure. So generally what I'm responsible for, human resources, nursing, maintenance, custodial, food service, and transportation. And so those are the main hats that I wear. Obviously I have great directors that handle those departments and do a great job of working alongside our people here to provide the services to the students. And so overall, it's been a great start to the year. Kind of one of the things people don't realize, and probably the most nervous component of my job to start the year, is transportation. We transport over 2,000 students every day. So when you're talking about scheduling those routes, getting students home safely, and some of those students have split schedules where they're going to maybe to mom's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, to dad's Tuesday, Thursday, getting all those students on the right buses. Our teachers do a great job of going over that with our younger students, and so that's been kicked off really well, and we're having a great year so far.
I think people would also be surprised the amount of meals that are served in this district on a given day, a given school day. Talk to me a little bit about your food service across the district.
Sure. So we're still one of the only districts locally that serves free breakfast. And so we still offer free breakfast currently for our students across the district. As far as meals served, gosh, I can't even put a number on that. I could go with my spreadsheet that our Megan Henson has, but it is a substantial number that our students eat every day. You come to the high school during lunchtime, you'll see probably 800 that come through our lunch line every day. And so that's a thing that we pride ourselves on here in the district, is having a great food service department. Megan Henson and Kim Hansen do a great job with that.
Having worn a lot of hats throughout your career in education, how has that built for the job that you do today? Obviously not in the classroom, but you've had experience in the classroom. You've supervised at a principal level, and now you're at the assistant superintendent level. Talk to me about that progression of your career.
You know, if you would have asked probably my high school teachers at the time if I would be in the position I am now, they would tell you you're probably crazy. I might have been a little mischievous in high school. But, I think every experience you have, there's knowledge you can absorb regardless of what the position is. Anything from, I drove a bus for years, coaching baseball and softball, and I was a bus driver for our trips. From that to teaching in the classroom to then assistant principal at Joplin High School, the birds on the 5 miles away. So I think all those experiences, and not only that, Joplin's a large district, and so I was able to experience things there that prepared me for Webb City High School. And as you are in those positions, I just think you look for opportunities to learn and listen. And we have a lot of smart people in this district, and I'm never the smartest person in the room. And so who can we learn from today? There's a lot of people to do that from around here.
What's the biggest thing that maybe we look forward to in terms of facility changes or building changes over the next few months or year?
Well, we're just coming off of one of our bigger projects for this year, which is a drainage project behind the high school. Anybody who's been drove back there, you saw the erosion issues that we were having. It was about to wash out our old fence, and so we had just completed the new fencing around the stadium and the drainage project there. So the Board of Education is currently going through a long-range planning discussion in terms of what are as we look forward to the next 5 to 10 years, what are the projects that need to be considered, and that's part of the discussion they have that's ongoing along with us and along with our staff feedback is what do we need to prepare for to set up those that maybe when we're retired in 10 years, we want to set the students up for the next little bit to be successful and have nice facilities.
Well, we appreciate all you do around here. I know it goes unseen maybe for some folks, but we know you put a lot into making sure that kids can learn at a high level all around our district. So thanks for your time, and thanks for joining us on Inside the Cardinals Playbook.
All right, thank you for having me.
You've been listening to Inside the Cardinals Playbook with Scott Boudreau. Tune in once again next week for another edition of Inside the Cardinals Playbook.
This portion of Cardinal Athletics is sponsored by Reeves Tire and Automotive. Serving the area since 1978, they specialize in automotive services such as brake repair, wheel alignments, plus steering and suspension systems. Reeves Tire and Automotive with 3 locations, 806 East 7th Street in Joplin, 1613 South Madison in Webb City, and at 2504 Grand Avenue in Carthage. Online at reevestire.com.
KNEO would like to thank Papa John's Pizza in Webb City for sponsoring this portion of the game. They are proud supporters of the Webb City Cardinals and offer delivery and carry-out services on a variety of pizzas, as well as breadsticks and wings. Located in the City Point Shopping Center in Webb City and open 7 days a week. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or for a complete menu or online ordering, their website is papajohns.com.
And Webb City Cardinal Sports Network.
You know, my friend Matt and I have been best buds since the second grade. You see, Matt has lived a pretty rough life. His dad just got up and left when he was 6. His mom got cancer when he was 14. And his girlfriend basically dumped him for no reason. But you know what? There's something different about Matt. You see, he's not mad at the world because of what happened. He goes to church and he says that we weren't made to do this alone. I want what he has. Do you? Call 1-888-NEED-HIM.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
And we welcome you
Simpson
back here
Funeral
to
Home has
Nixa,
been
Missouri.
serving the local
Nixa
area
Eagles have
for
taken
over
the field
100
ready for
years
the
and is happy
halftime
to serve
warm-ups.
local families during their time of need. With 2 locations, 400 West Doherty Street in Webb City and 101 North Main Street in Carl Junction, owners Austin and Amanda Simpson and their licensed staff can be reached at 417-673-2411. Simpson Funeral Home, a proud backer of the Webb City Cardinals.
Defensively, able to get some stops, able to force a turnover, which was one of the things we talked about.
Proud to be a part of our local communities is BEI, Bills Electric Incorporated, serving the 4-state area for over 60 years, with locations in Webb City, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, Lowell, Arkansas, and Claremore, Oklahoma. They specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential electrical projects in the 4-state area. For employment or company information, their website is beijoplin.com or 417-624-6660. Bills Electric Incorporated is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
As we mentioned, the Cardinal offense able to
Welcome
get some
to the
things going.
KNEO Sports Network halftime show.
The offensive line able to get the run game going at times.
The Cardinal Minute
Scott,
is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Webb City Cardinals.
Welcome to another edition of the Cardinal Minute. I'm Justin Boudreau, joined by head girls golf coach Jason Brown. Jason, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I understand you guys started the season yesterday. I know there's been some preparation all through the summer. Got to kick things off at Schifferdecker yesterday. Talk to us a little bit about how that went and how the girls performed there.
Got you.
Yeah, it was a good day. This is for golf, I would say, kind of our version of like a jamboree, where there's not really a lot of stakes in this first one. We don't really hand out medals or specific team awards.
This is taking the field now as they get set to make some adjustments. No doubt unhappy with the way that second quarter ended, but a lot of positive things to build on from that first half, and the Cardinals will get the ball first to start this quarter as
not quite where we want to be as a team to get our, we're
coming our way here in just a moment. We'll catch a word with him before the Cardinals take the field.
We'll get there.
As the Cardinal players warm up from their end zone, and Coach Mack making his way towards us. Chris Wilson, our referee, wants to have a word with him and talk about direction of the next set. Coach, a positive start for you guys other than the very first play of the game. I thought your offense was clicking there for a while. You guys got some things going.
Yeah, no, extremely proud of both sides of the ball. Yeah, first play didn't go well. Really proud of our offense responded. We had a miscommunication out on the goal line, and that's things great teams can't do, so we got to get that fixed. But really proud of how we're moving the ball. We're making them struggle. We're frustrating them. Or our defense is frustrating them. We just got to get a score here and keep the game close.
Coach, what's the biggest thing you want to see different offensively in the second half if they're getting to your pitch game or shutting down some of the things we saw in the first half?
We've missed some reads on midline, okay, and I think we're going to pop on. We just got to keep reading it. They're defending it pretty well, but, we're having a lot of success running right at them, so we're not going to change.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
And we'll send it back for a 2-minute timeout. Come back with second half action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
BEI, Bills Electric Incorporated, has been serving the four-state area for over 60 years. With locations in Webb City, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, Lowell, Arkansas, and Claremore, Oklahoma, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential electric projects. Bills Electric is committed to providing the absolute best electrical repair and installation services to homeowners and businesses in the four-state area. Learn more information online at BEIJoplin.com. Bills Electric Incorporated is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Just want to see his guys keep playing hard. Chance to do that right here to start this second half. And picked up near the 5-yard line by Gabe Johnson. He'll get out to the 25. And then he'll gather the rest of his offensive unit as the Cardinals take the field to start this third quarter, trailing 21-7.
Your halftime show is brought to you by Simpson Funeral Home. Appreciate their sponsorship throughout the game. Cardinals ready to go here in the second half. A couple more of our sponsors. Big Nickel, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, Price Family Insurance, and Financial Services.
Well, no doubt the Nixa Eagles intend on making some adjustments defensively. Cardinals carved them up in that first half on the ground. Johnson under center. And a give to Williams over the right side, and he's free. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 10, and touchdown, no flags.
Oh, I thought that last blocker, I thought maybe was going to get him. I think he stayed just enough in front of him that he gets away with it. Cardinals playing a little bit of game of a mirror there. We say, hey, we saw you take it on the first play, the first half. We'll show you that we can take it on the first play in the second half. Cardinals,
I believe that's the identical play that Williams stepped the toe out of bounds on last week. He got to the outside, and you saw him this time. He was staying a yard in, made his cut back across the field. And the Cardinals strike quickly. The kick is up by Castro, and the kick is good. And with 11:42 left in the third quarter, Cardinals trail 21-14. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
And we welcome you back to Nixa High School. Scott Boudreau, along with Justin Boudreau, Drew Woodmansey, Tim Workman, Jan Workman, here high above Eagle Stadium as the Cardinals just scored on the first play of the second half on a, call it, 75-yard run by Mason Williams. And once again, his power and his speed, the difference on that, and great blocking on the edge by the Cardinals. The kickoff by Aldrete. Down to the 27-yard line on a fair catch. And the Eagles offense will now take the field. But what a change of events. And we talked during that brief break, Justin. That was similar to the play that they ran that Williams just barely stepped out of bounds on last week. But he comes back this time and makes it happen.
Well, and Coach Mack talked about getting the midline play going. You saw the Cardinals there block well up front, get Williams out wide, and now McKnight and company, still no McCaster. He's trying to work it out on the sideline, but yet to see him since about the second quarter.
It's Ford in the backfield with him. They give to Ford, and he'll pick up about 7 yards across the 30 to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Eagles.
Cool School Shop, Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home, Nick Myers CPA, ProLube Maintenance Center, Simpson Lawn Care, and Dig Right Equipment Rental, all proud to sponsor tonight's broadcast.
Ford gives way to Jax Adams. He'll be on the right side of McKnight to give to, and now the keeper by McKnight tripped up late, not before he picks up the first down, but that was the little QB counter that time, Justin. You fake to give Adams coming to the left side, and McKnight goes the other way over the right side. Cardinals stayed home on their left side of the defense to bring McKnight home, but not before he picks up the first. 1st and 10 at the 40 now. McKnight in the shotgun. A little motion action. The give to Adams. And stuffed near the line of scrimmage that time. And still some extra blocking going on, and I guess he continued to get some help carrying him forward. Probably the courtesy of Mr. Cantwell helping push that pile that time. He'll pick up about 4 yards, bring up 2nd and 6. From the 45, 10-17 left here in the third. Cardinals trailing 21-14 to the Nixa Eagles. McKnight claps his hand. Gives it to Adams. Gets across the left side and nearly broke it for a long one.
That was McCaster back in the game.
McCaster back in the game. McCaster showed he can still break a tackle. And as you said, there's a competitive fire in him that wants to be in this game. Been limited somewhat due to some kind of leg injury. They go 2 by 1 here with McCaster in the backfield. 3rd and 1. They drop the football, still on the ground. McKnight picked it up late. And the Cardinals nearly had a turnover there. And now a late flag. Let's see if this is unsportsmanlike conduct. That ball went out of the hands of McKnight in a hurry. And McCaster and he both trying to grab it on the ground. And now a second flag, even while the officials are gathering, talking to the offensive line of the Eagles. A second flag came out. Chris Wilson, our referee, will explain the penalties here in just a moment. Penalties on both teams. Unsportsmanlike on both squads. So ultimately,
so they offset each other. I believe he said 4th down.
Yeah, it should be 4th and 1. The line to gain was not attained by the runner that time after the fumble. Should
back him up.
Give them about 4th and 3 here. And for the first time tonight, the Nixa Eagles will punt the football away. Jonah Fields to punt it away. That's a huge break for the Cardinals. A great stop, even if it was a result of a mistake on the handling of the football on the snap. Fields to kick it from his 37. And Cardinals letting it bounce. So get away from it here. Bounces inside the 10 to the 5 to the 4. Still rolling. Cardinals electing not to make the fair catch there. You kind of want to see your guys at least get under that, but maybe with a wet football, you're just not going to chance that. And so the Cardinals will start their second offensive series of the second half from about the, where are they marking this ball?
The 3?
He spread his leg to his right, so it's going to go down at the 3-yard line as the umpire sets the football. Gabe Johnson under center. The 2 backs in the backfield, Hurd and Williams in the end zone. 2 tight ends left. Single receiver right. Johnson on a keeper up the middle. And there's that midline action. Good lead blocking up front that time. He gets out near the 10-yard line, pick up of about 7 yards.
That's where you just tap your offensive line on the hat and say, hey, let's go, boys, create some holes. And that time they do. Johnson able to squeeze through there. Helps when you've got a lead back like Mason Williams leading the charge for you there. Cardinals a second and manageable now, 2nd and 3, or they'll call it a long 4, or a long 3, short 4. Cardinals get out of the shadow of their own end zone right at the 10 now.
Trey Turner comes in the ball game. He's a single receiver right. Quick handoff this time up the middle to Williams. And he's pushing the pile, still pushing. They finally blow the whistle. I think they'll mark him down about the 14-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Cardinals.
Proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Missouri State Representative Bob Bromley. He's honored to serve the citizens of the 162nd District, including the towns of Carl Junction and Webb City. State Representative Bob Bromley would like to congratulate all the area teams on their hard work.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. The Cardinals will shift their tight ends left to right. And Johnson on a keeper this time. Faked the dive and pulled it. Got a couple yards over that left side. That's the one they're looking to break. We have not seen Johnson in the open field except a couple times when he's turned the corner on the edge. But we know he's got the speed to burn as well if he can get an open look on one of these carries. Single back in the backfield this time is Mason Williams. Hurd split out left. And Williams with the carry on the quick give that time. He'll pick up a couple of yards. And you see the blocking downfield by these offensive linemen because they're ready to get to second level if one of these guys can break one.
Yeah, and we talk about that last play before last. Gabe Johnson had an opening on the left side, but it closed quick as soon as he got there. You're asking your guys, hold your blocks a little bit longer, give Gabe a chance to get there, and then let his athleticism do the rest. A big 3rd down here, 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals, ball at their own 20.
Slade Hurd wide left. In a slot, Turner. Williams in the backfield behind Johnson. Johnson will keep it. Turner go to right. He's by himself to the 40, 45, 50, 40, 30, 25, 20, and knocked out of bounds near the 10-yard line. But a flag in the backfield may bring this one back. We're going to find out right now. A holding call on the Cardinals. Takes away a game breaker kind of play, Justin. Just what the Cardinals had been looking for out of Johnson. faked that dive one more time, and when he pulled it, he was gone.
Well, and you hate it. It's a 3rd down penalty as well, so it's going to back you up 10 yards. You'll have a 3rd and 15 now to deal with, as opposed to obviously the big run that got you inside Nixa territory.
And obviously our eyes on the ball carrier, not so much on the line of scrimmage once he got through it. So it'll be 3rd and we'll call it 14 yards from the 10-yard line. They need to get to the 24-yard line for a first, and Coach Ryan McFarland going to call a timeout, as important a play as this is for the Cardinals. We'll take it with you. Back here in 30 seconds, you're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
Nixa High School here as the Cardinals trail the Nixa Eagles 21-14 with 6:27 left here in the 3rd. And after a breakaway run by Gabe Johnson, a holding call brings it all the way back, penalizes the Cardinals 10 yards. Instead of 1st and goal from the 10, they now need to pick up a 3rd and 13. And Coach Ryan McFarland thought it was important enough that they go ahead and call the timeout and make sure they know what they're doing. And Braden Strickland in there in a shotgun, so they may want to throw this football. Trey Turner wide right. 4 receivers, and who jumped? Oh, they're going to call illegal procedure against the Cardinals. Back them up 5 more, and now you have to decide if you're willing to call that same play with your quarterback essentially going to be standing in the end zone. And let's see who the Cardinals bring in here. Holden Johnson comes in now. He'll replace Trey Turner. That's actually Mason Young. I misspoke. Mason Young. He's got a great arm. They love this junior quarterback. Young escapes the end zone, now throws it down the field. Wide open receiver. And just out of the reach that time of the intended target, Abel Getz. Great job by Young to escape the sack and safety in the end zone as he rolled to his right that time. Still was able to get a pass off and an open receiver.
Yeah, you had the opportunity that you wanted. Young does a great job of scrambling and creating some space for himself, and then tries to just leave it out there for Getz to go get, and just unable to do so now. Cardinals will punt from their own end zone.
They punt this one away, and it takes a short bounce and then goes out of bounds near the 39-yard line of the Cardinals. So what started as a promising drive, penalties kill that drive, and now the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, and just a killer. You talk about the Cardinals, instead of knocking on the door to score, now they're asking their defense to stand tall again, giving up short field position. McCaster is back behind McKnight, still fighting through the leg injury.
3 receivers left. The give is to McCaster. Bounces off the right side, getting to the edge, and runs out of bounds near the 31-yard line.
Cardinals slow to get up there. Looked like number 53 for the Cardinals, hobbling off the sideline.
That's Brendan LeMay. Cardinals will line up. 2nd and 3, we'll call it. 6:05 left here in the third quarter. Eagles leading 21-14. McKnight gets the snap. Give to McCaster. Up the middle he goes. And he's just looking for that gap as well. He's still got some speed left in those legs. He'll come off now in favor of Jax Adams. Eagles will send Mabe and Locke to the right side. Single receiver near side is Brown. McKnight wants to throw. Being chased, now gets out in open space. He'll run with it. And a late hit. Let's see if, yep. Cardinals guilty of a late hit out of bounds. We could see it from here. He slowed down after he got out of bounds, and unnecessary late chuck there by one of the Cardinal linebackers. And Coach McFarland will immediately sub out that player, as the penalty will move this one forward half the distance to the goal. And now be spotted near the 6-yard line.
Well, that's one of those plays as a quarterback. It's a savvy play by McKnight. He knows he's going out of bounds the whole time, starts to slow up near the sideline, and Cardinals take the bait there.
Cardinals need a turn of events. The give to McCaster. Up the middle he goes and into the end zone. Good blocking up front that time by the Eagles' left side of their offensive line, and McCaster didn't even have to pick a hole that time. He just bounced it to his left. And the Eagles now back up by 2 scores with an extra point to come. Braden Kemke with the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-14, the Eagles lead the Cardinals with 5:28 left here in the third. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
For over 100 years, Webb City has trusted Simpson Funeral Home for all of their death care needs. Simpson Funeral Home dignifies lives well lived through customizable cremation and burial plans, as well as pre-need funeral plans and monument design. Simpson Funeral Home, now offering pet cremation services, has 2 locations to serve you: 400 West Dougherty Street in Webb City and 101 North Main Street in Carl Junction. Call or text 417-673-2411 or visit online at simpsonfh.com.
Eagles kick off. Gabe Johnson to receive this one, or that's Williams rather, to the 20. Cuts to his left near the 30-yard line where they bring him down, and the Cardinals will start their offense for the 3rd time in this half. Scored there on the first play of the second half. Now another flag. Someone's frustrated. What the Cardinals want to avoid is a little bit of the back and forth that may be going on. The team that can just play the game and execute will be favored both by the lack of flags and also it's just to let you maintain your poise. Cardinals going to get 15 extra yards to start this series as the ball's moved up now to the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, trailing 28-14.
Missouri Southern State University, Snodgrass Collision Center, Hoo-Hop Mongolian Grill, Body and Soul Transformation, Simpson Funeral Home, Express RX in Webb City, all proud sponsors of tonight's broadcast.
Weller and Turner lined up on the far right, 2 backs behind Johnson in the backfield. Johnson cuts it over the left side, brought down near the 50-yard line as he tried to turn the corner. And again, they're just trying to show the full triple threat each time they get an opportunity. And it'll be, I believe, 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals. Should just be 2nd and 5. Yeah, it is 2nd and 5 after the penalty. From the 50. Johnson, quick give this time up the middle. His lineman helping push forward. That was, I believe, Mr. Williams again on the carry.
Couple of scores around the COC. Neosho leads Kickapoo 21-0. Glendale 28-6 over Willard at the half. Lebanon 28, Joplin 20 at the half. Carthage 26-6 over Ozark. Gabe Johnson with a quick QB sneak up the middle. Nobody but him in the center even moved. A quick silent count. Gabe Johnson just gives him a little tap under center. He hikes the ball and off they go. And
yeah, nice change up on the play call that time. An easy way to get that first down. Keep the Eagles off balance.
One last score in the COC Republic with a 42-0 lead over Waynesville. Most of those games at the half.
Johnson under center. Williams lone back in the backfield. He'll keep it over the right side. Looked like miscommunication there because Williams was leading him into the hole, and he still had that football out a little farther than I'd like to see, as if he wanted to maybe give it to Mason. Nevertheless, picks up positive couple of yards, 2nd and 8 from the 38. Turner will bring in the play from the sideline for the Cardinals. Trailing 28-14 with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hurd and Williams behind Johnson now. They'll flip the tight ends left to right. And a little QB counter that time. Williams fakes the dive, pulled it, kept it. Trying to go to the wide side of the field that time, or short side of the field that time. Now ball on the left hash. 3rd and 5 coming up from the 36. Again, down 2 scores. Kind of feel like this is that 4-down territory, so open up that playbook a little bit, see what the Cardinals want to do. Johnson, quick give to Williams. He might have got a couple, but he was stuffed in a hurry. He had Talon Hayslip in the backfield as well that time as a tailback. See if they keep him in the ball game for what'll be another 4th and 4. Boy, has this been a common number tonight.
Yeah, not necessarily the 4th down yardage you want, but Cardinals again in that 4-down territory, down 2 scores here late in the third quarter, and feel like you got to put a little bit of pressure on this Nixa ball club. See what the Cardinals draw up here.
Turner lined up on the far left, 2 in the backfield. Hurd and Williams. Johnson steps back, looking to throw. Now he's bottled up. Now scoots ahead. He'll be close to the first down. He's across the 30, and he should have it.
You talk about pure athleticism there from Gabe Johnson and just understanding the throw he wanted wasn't there. The pocket's collapsing around him. I got to make a play here. He steps up, finds enough of a gap to sneak through there, and gets his team a huge first down as this third quarter continues to wind down. Just 1:15. Cardinals down by 2 scores, 28-14, but this drive continues.
Yeah, they wanted the one-on-one with Turner on that far left side. Now Johnson back under center, 3 in the backfield. And a give to, I believe that's Getz.
Yep, Abel Getz.
Abel Getz on the carry that time. And a short pickup of about 3 yards, we'll call it. Down to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 7. Johnson gets the snap, gives it over the left side, and flag on the play. Let's see if there's early movement or an offside call here.
Right in the middle of the action there.
And
we'll pick it up.
They'll pick up the flag after a short committee meeting by the officials. The rain has subsided. I promised referee Chris Wilson it would in the second half. 20 seconds left now in the third quarter. 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals. 3 in the backfield behind Johnson. Quick.
Lost the ball.
He lost the ball. He faked the dive that time and fell back on it. He picked up a couple of yards, may have lived to play 4th down. And that'll end the third quarter. We'll come back with fourth quarter action with the Cardinals trailing the Nixa Eagles 28-14. You're listening to Cardinal football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back here in 30 seconds.
The Cool School Shop is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. Located at 100 South Main Street, Suite A in Webb City, they offer custom screen printing on school sports apparel like t-shirts and hoodies, and offer embroidery services and custom-made jerseys. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on Saturdays from 9 to noon. The Cool School Shop in Webb City, 417-673-3720, or online at coolschoolshop.com.
Welcome back to Nixa High School here in Nixa, Missouri. Scott Boudreau along with Justin Boudreau. Drew Woodmansey operating our camera for the evening. And Tim Workman, Jan Workman giving us up-to-date stats. Roberta Foster running all things back at the production studio at KNEO. And you've tuned in for a dandy here tonight. We thought this would be a battle. And at times the Cardinals have given up big yardage to the Eagles, but they've shown their tenacity as well. On a 4th and 4, Cardinals will go 4 wide. In the shotgun is Johnson. Now a quarterback draw. He'll run around the right side, get the first down. And the Cardinals pull a similar play that we saw the Eagles pull in that first half, Justin, when they had McKnight on a quarterback draw on a 3rd down opportunity and spread everybody out. And
when you talk about what your playbook looks like when you've got a guy like McKnight or Johnson, your playbook wide open because you know those guys are going to create some kind of play with their athleticism. Johnson does it again on 4th down, gets the Cardinals inside the 20.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Johnson under center. And a give up the middle this time. And I couldn't tell. I was watching Slade Hurd late on that previous 1st down run by Johnson. He may have been by himself in the end zone over on this left side, but by then Johnson had already made the quick and proper decision. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 here for the Cardinals. A good pickup there. They'll bring in a couple receivers, Holden Johnson and Trey Turner. Ganaway checks out. Single tight end is Gus Carnes on that right side. 2 backs in the backfield. See if they want to come to this left side on the wide side. Johnson hands it off and near the 1st down marker. Williams on the carry that time. And they're going to give him the first. They get a positive mark here. It's at the 7-yard line, and the marker's between the 7 and the 8. When I went to school, that's a 1st down.
And while we get a quick measurement, let's tell you about some of our sponsors. Glitz and Curves Boutique is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. You can learn more about them and their products offered on their Facebook page. Glitz and Curves Boutique, a backer of the Webb City Cardinals.
Good to see that these new pair of glasses are still capable of measuring that 10-yard mark, Justin.
Well, on this gray field, I know it's a little bit of an eyesore sometimes for those of us not quite as gifted with sight, but a good call here by our play-by-play guy. He can still see it from 100 or so yards away, and Cardinals will reset things here first and goal at the 7.
Johnson under center, 2 backs in the backfield. And the give. And here comes a host of Eagles this time. They were having none of it. Anytime they catch that lead play from the backside, you're not going to pick up the yardage you're looking for.
Well, you talk about just the size and strength of those guys up front for the Nixa Eagles. When they're able to find the ball carrier early, that's when the Cardinals have been in trouble. When the Cardinals are able to run away from that or find a hole, that's when you've seen success. That time the Eagles able to break through first.
Second goal from the 6 for the Cardinals. Single receiver right is Turner. And Johnson on the give. Once again, that was one of those times you wanted him to pull it because Hurd was all alone, the pitch man, behind him and to his right. Coach McFarland talked to us at halftime. You just want to get better and better at those reads, and that's going to come as they go along this year. Another 3rd down coming up for the Cardinals. Got to believe it's 2-down territory, though. 3rd and 5. Holden Johnson sprinting to the left side. In the slot is Weller. Here comes Johnson. They'll pitch this time. And taken down. He slipped trying to make a cut. Slade Hurd. He had Williams out in front of him. If he just takes it a little wider, tried to cut it back inside. And now a 4th and goal for the Cardinals. Do they put it in the air here or try to pound it in on the ground one more time? And Coach McFarland's going to call a timeout to think about it. We'll take it with you. Back here in 30 seconds, you're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep.
Whoa, that's
helpful. Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
4W Metal Building Supply. You've probably seen us. We're the company that provides red iron and post frame buildings, siding, garage doors, and more. Bring your plans or pictures. We'll help from start to finish. Call or come by.
At 4W.
And we welcome you back here to Nixa, Missouri. Your Webb City Cardinals trail at 28-14. 8:20 left to go here in the 4th quarter. A 4th down. You maybe call it the ball game. Still 8:20 left to go in the game here, but you feel like if you're the Cardinals, you've got to get in the end zone here if you want a chance the rest of the way. See what Coach McFarland and company have drawn up. Call a timeout to get things settled.
Well, let's see if they use one of the tight ends on this play. Both of them in there. Single receiver left is Weller out of the shotgun. An end around to Weller. He can pitch it late. There goes Johnson to the end zone on a double reverse. And touchdown Cardinals as they'll pull within 1 score. Well, you got to come up with your best play that you haven't shown all night. And, boy, did they have the Eagles' defense fooled that time, Justin.
And Barrett Weller, no stranger to running the option, a former quarterback in his own right. So when they pitch it to him on that double reverse, he's got the mindset of knowing where the relationship with Gabe Johnson should be. He pitches it great. Castro's kick is up and it's blocked.
The extra point is blocked. So the Cardinals will trail by 8, 28-20 with 8:14 left here in the 4th quarter. And we'll keep it here to tell you about some of our sponsors.
Johnson Real Estate and Consulting and Keller Williams Realty have been serving the real estate needs of our local communities for over 20 years. For all your real estate needs, call Steve Johnson at 417-850-7391 or Dustin Johnson at 417-291-7706. Proud supporters of the Cardinals. Paint Chips and Glitter Boutique at 110 West Broadway in Webb City is open Tuesday through Thursday, 10:30 to 5:30, Fridays 10:30 to 5, and Saturdays 10 to 3, offering ladies' clothing, jewelry, accessories, and more. They also carry Webb City shirts, accessories, and other spirit wear as well. Learn more online at www.pcgboutique.com. Proud to support the Cardinals.
And the Eagles lining up as if they're expecting some kind of onside kick. In fact, they have 9 near the 50-yard line. They've got their quarterback, Adam McKnight, at the 35. Now he'll move over to the sideline. McCaster, the lone deep man, near the 18-yard line. You'd think you'd just kick this one away. And away from McCaster in particular. I believe that's Castro on the kick. Short kick, and picked up by the Eagles. So they did go ahead and try the onside kick. And now they'll lean on the defense of the Cardinals here. You're looking for that high bounce if you can on that type of kick. As the Eagles player came 2 yards forward, he can come forward and recover it anytime he wants. Cardinals have to let it go 10, obviously. But here comes Adam McKnight and the Nixa Eagles offense, 28-20. The Eagles lead it. Cardinals still battling with 8:12 left. McKnight with the handoff to McCaster. He's bottled up at about the 46-yard line. And now a late flag. Cardinals got the tackle and then just kept pushing him back an extra 10 yards after. Well, you hear that whistle, you got to stop. And it'll be another personal foul against the Cardinals. Don't know if that was a taunt or a result of just not letting go of McCaster. But instead of a stop after 4 yards, it's a first down. Now they'll spot the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line. Not what the Cardinals wanted to do to start this series. McKnight in the shotgun. Gives it off to McCaster over the right side. Tackled there near the 27-yard line. Picks up 5 on the play. 7:45 left in this contest. You're trying to steal a possession on that onside kick, Justin. You kind of understand the mindset, but you can't then come out with your defense and commit that kind of penalty. And the Eagles will be happy to wind the clock every time between downs. 2nd and 5 from the 33. McKnight on the give to McCaster over the right side. He's stuffed after another short gain, bring up 3rd and short. Cardinals will make a substitution on their defensive line as they bring in Brendan LeMay. 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. They're letting that play clock run down. 6:35 and counting. Left in the 4th. There's a give to McCaster, and great penetration that time by the Cardinals. Coming downhill off the defensive line was Ethan Keller, Justin. He sent him to another teammate, and McCaster could go nowhere that time. So now brings up a 4th and 4. And a little bit of a decision here for John Perry and his offensive staff, his offensive coordinator, Dustin Baldwin. See what they want to do here as they let the clock continue to run. Inside 6 minutes now. The play clock Down to 6-5. They'll probably call a timeout here and talk it over. And while they do that, we will keep it here, but tell you about some more of our sponsors.
Proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Missouri State Representative Bob Bromley. He's honored to serve the citizens of the 162nd District, including the towns of Carl Junction and Webb City. State Representative Bob Bromley would like to congratulate all the area teams on their hard work. Download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. Listen to the Webb City Cardinals sports on your smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play the KNEO Sports Network. Make sure you stay tuned after tonight's game for the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. You can also check out our live scoreboard during the game. Go to kneo.org. Get the latest scores from games around the area as they are happening.
Well, we'll see if the Eagles want to come up with some kind of trick play here. Cardinals got them on a trick play on 4th and goal to score their touchdown. Eagles spread it out here. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Single back in the backfield's McCaster with McKnight. Quick slant throw, he dropped it. They tried to run a quick slant that time. And looked like Sandgren just dropped it to tight end. He was just running a quick slant, pick up the 5, and the Cardinals defense holds, Justin. That's the break you're looking for here in the fourth quarter. What did Coach McFarland say to us in the coach's show? Get me to the fourth quarter, get me within shouting distance, and I like our chances. And here the Cardinals are right here, trailing by 8 with 5:41 left and a chance to march it down the field from the 26. Johnson behind center. 2 in the backfield behind him. And a quick give up the middle. There goes Williams. He busted through in a hurry. There's that midline gain. If you're guessing on the defense, that time they guessed wrong, and Williams with a quick burst picks up an early first down out to the 44. Cardinals will hurry it up. He dropped the football, but not before a flag was thrown. And again, Cooper White's got to be a little patient, snapping that ball to his friend Gabe Johnson in the backfield. Don't know if White moved the football, but it'll bring up 1st and 15 now from the 39 for the Cardinals. Plenty of time on the clock. This is about executing a series of plays. You just have to build that momentum. Can't have any more of these negative plays. Holden Johnson and Trey Turner line up wide right. Johnson on the keeper over the right side. Met by the Eagles. And a late whistle finally for the stop. Johnson picked up about 4 yards there. It should bring up 2nd and 8. Nice job of just getting what you can on first down. Cardinals bring Weller in the slot left. Turner wide left. And up the middle goes Mason Williams. And another huge gain on a couple of missed tackles by the Nixa Eagles.
Well, I tell you, Mason Williams running like a man possessed tonight is not going to let his team go down easy. The senior running back is doing everything he can to put his team in a position to make this a ball game. Still 4:19 left to go in the game. Cardinals have crept into Nixa territory now. Ball at the Nixa 38-yard line. Wideouts will go to the far side. It's Holden Johnson, Barrett Weller on that far sideline. Gabe Johnson under center. Slade Hurd, Mason Williams behind him.
Johnson with the count. Looks left and right. Now gives it to Hurd. He'll bounce it out to the right side, trying to turn the corner. But a little indecision that time. You want to see him stick it right foot in the ground and get vertical on that one. And now Barrett Weller comes out of the ball game, favoring his right ankle. Coach McFarland and his squad facing a 2nd and 7 from the 35. 3:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Cardinals trailing 28-20 to the state runner-up from 2024, the Nixa Eagles. Johnson keeps it this time, bounces it out to the right. He'll pick up about 3 yards. Looked like nothing at first, but he just kept battling.
Well, that's a huge the extra yard, 2 yards there is huge. Puts Cardinals in a 3rd and 3. You're looking at a 3rd and 5. You're questioning maybe what you got to do now at 3rd and 3. You feel like you can pound it up the middle and take your chances on 4th down.
It's 2-down territory for the Cardinals regardless. Oh, and the Cardinals, Gus Carnes jumps early. It'll bring it back 5 yards. Make this one a little bit more difficult with 2:38 left. Ball be marked back at the 36-yard line. A 3rd and 8 now for the Cardinals. Now Holden Johnson comes in the ball game along with Ganaway at tight end. Johnson looks at his 2 backs in the backfield. Wants to throw. Wide open is Ganaway. He didn't see him. Tried to throw it short to Carnes. First time we've seen the tight ends out in a pattern. Thought he had the deeper guy, maybe a little more open. Knocked down by one of the Eagles, and it'll bring up 4th and 8 for the Cardinals, and this is the ball game for now right here.
Yeah, got to have something here. To your point, Scott, I thought he had Ganaway a little deeper. He thought he had Carnes, tried to force it in there, knocked away by the Eagles. A 4th and 8, 2:33 left to go here in the game. And to your point,
Mason Young will step in now at quarterback. We saw him for a play in the first half. Gabe Johnson at a receiver right, and a timeout called by the Eagles before the snap. They were going to send Gabe Johnson on a go route from that right side and see if Mason Young could find him. They also had Hurd and Trey Turner over on this left side, so Coach McFarland trying to get it in the hands of his playmakers here to try to tie up this ball game.
When you talk about a battle of some juggernauts here, Nixa ranked number 1 in Class 6. Cardinals at the latest poll clocked in at number 4 in Class 5. So 2 teams at the top of their respective classes in the state of Missouri. Cardinals trying to see if they can pick up a first down and continue this drive, find the end zone eventually. 2:33 left to go. Nixa leads it 28-20. Scott, to your point, Cardinals going to try to get Gabe Johnson involved in the passing game. You're just trying to put it in the hands of your best athletes in whatever way you can. Cardinals will do the same thing. Gabe Johnson on the far side. 3 wideouts here on the near side.
3-by-1 look. Young at quarterback. Shotgun snap. Johnson trying to get away. Now Young scrambling to his left. Needs to get rid of it. He'll throw it over the head of Getz. And the Eagles will hold on 4th down. Not what you were looking to do, but the pressure came from the right side of Young. It was going to be difficult for him to throw it back across the field to Gabe Johnson. Cardinals trying to come up with one more big play offensively. They have just 1 timeout left, so they can only stop this clock 1 time. And they'll need a huge stop on 1st down or some kind of turnover. McKnight in the shotgun with 2:24 left, and the Eagles leading 28-20. He'll keep it around the left side and slide after he picks up the 1st down. They'll spot the football and wind the clock unless the Cardinals go ahead and call their last timeout. And now the clock is winding. It'll be under 2 minutes when he snaps it on this first down called. Good bootleg that time by Adam McKnight. And he knew all he needed to do was he dropped the football. McCaster picks it up and goes backwards to the 37-yard line. The Cardinals may call their timeout here. We'll see. Clock still running. Second and what are we going to say here? About 22 yards. Second and 20. Cardinals elect to hold that timeout for one more down here as Aaron David, defensive coordinator, just about had what he wanted right there. A fumbled snap of some kind. Second and 20 for the Eagles back at the 37. McKnight. And he'll give it to McCaster, running over the left side. And he slides down inbounds near the 43-yard line. And Cardinals hold on to their timeout here. Brings up 3rd and 15. They will have to snap it. So the Cardinals could call a timeout regardless of how this play ends. It's still 3rd and 15 to go, so you could stop them here and call a quick timeout. You might still get the ball back, but the seconds on the clock ticking. McKnight takes a snap, gives it to McCaster. He'll be tackled at the 35. The ball's loose. The Cardinals have it. They say he was down. Wow, the Cardinals doing everything they can that time, and what an effort by Gavin Stodgel to try to make one more play. Now on 4th down with 8 seconds left, the Cardinals do call their final timeout.
Well, and you're wondering here if you're Nixa, 8 seconds, do you just have McKnight get deep and run everywhere that he can, or do you punt the ball and give the Cardinals a chance to get the ball back? A little bit of gamesmanship going to be evident here. If you're the Nixa Eagles, doesn't matter if you lose 20 yards as long as you lose 8 seconds. So we'll see what's drawn up on either side of the ball. Cardinals certainly have plenty of playmakers that if they do get a chance here on this punt to do something, I think maybe we're talking about the 2,000 years. You think about the Miracle City or the Music City Miracle with the Titans back in the day. Do you see something similar here on the punt? Nixa does bring out their punt team.
Surprisingly, they're looking to punt this one away. Cardinals love to go for a block and score here. And Williams nearly gets there. There's a high punt. They'll send Johnson back to the 8. And trying to get away from the Eagles. But the clock will run out on the Cardinals tonight. Our final score, Nixa 28, Webb City 20. It's been a dandy ball game. We'll go ahead and take our timeout, come back with our post-game show after this. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
For over 100 years, Webb City has trusted Simpson Funeral Home for all of their death care needs. Simpson Funeral Home dignifies lives well lived through customizable cremation and burial plans, as well as pre-need funeral plans and monument design. Simpson Funeral Home, now offering pet cremation services, has 2 locations to serve you: 400 West Dougherty Street in Webb City and 101 North Main Street in Carl Junction. Call or text 417-673-2411 or visit online at simpsonfh.com.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Dougherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-thru, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep.
Whoa, that's
helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Considering a metal roof? Call the area.
And we welcome
Just
you
wave
back.
at me when you're ready.
We welcome you back here to Nixa High School. Your Webb City Cardinals fall tonight 28-20 in a hard-fought game between 2 juggernauts in the Southwest Missouri region. Coach McFarland talking to his ball club after a hard-fought game, and we'll go ahead and send it to Scott.
And we welcome you back to Nixa High School. Scott Boudreau along with Justin Boudreau as the Cardinals fall in a heartbreaker tonight, 28-20. Certainly give the Nixa Eagles, the 6 runner-ups last year, all they wanted, and we'll catch a word here with head coach Ryan McFarland as Cardinals fall here 28-20. Coach, when we talked to you at halftime, you said you thought you had some things left, and more importantly, this team had some fight left. It showed that first play of the second half. I thought you guys went right after them.
We did. Man, offense and defense, I can't say enough about how well we executed tonight. And you talk about, teams usually make their biggest jump from week 1 to week 2, and we made a huge jump tonight from where we were last week. Super proud of our guys. Our players are a little frustrated right now because they know there's a lot of little things they could have done different that could have made a difference in the outcome. But, gosh, the fights, if that's the best team in the state of Missouri, then I like our chances going forward.
When you and I talked this morning, I told you one thing, which was I'd try to keep the rain away. You told me you wanted to get this game into the fourth quarter. Both things happened eventually. You got it to the fourth quarter. How important was that for you guys to come back like that?
It was awesome. just watch our guys fight. That first drive we had, they score on the first play of the game. We drive down the field. We get to the, 1 foot line. Gabe tries to make a play. We think Mason Williams scores, but he doesn't. A lot of things. We don't score there. We fumble a snap, then we don't score. Okay, and it could have been like, oh, here we go again, and then, the route's on. But these guys fought back, kept fighting. We could keep it a 1-score game. We could never just tie it back up.
I love the fight. Even as they were trying to run the clock out, you guys almost got that final turnover that maybe would have given you one more chance. That just showed me the fight this group has.
Yeah, you can't say nothing. You look at week 1 and week 2, just the effort that we're playing with. And, that's what we preach in practice and we pride ourselves on. But it's one thing to sit here and say that's what we do, but it's another thing to come out and be able to do it. And we've done it for 2 weeks, and, I'm real excited to get back home and, in front of our Cardinal Stadium, in front of our fans next week, and, maybe take some of this frustration out on our next opponent.
The running game tonight, you were able to expand it and get to different levels of execution, 3 or 4 different backs. We also saw what Gabe Johnson could do on a breakaway, even though it got called back.
Yeah, that one on him, there's a hold. It probably was a hold. It was a questionable hold. But yeah, to see him, get going a little bit, and man, it's just good to see. Mason Williams again. We talked about him being a big play guy for us. That first play of the second half, a lot of positives. We got to put probably more of an emphasis on throwing the ball, but when you're having success and getting first downs running the ball, it's hard, to take those chances. But something we need to work on.
Well, you took the runner-up to state last year in Class 6A. I don't think people will appreciate it maybe till later this season how good this team was that you just faced, and you did take them to the wire. Coach, thanks for the visit, and good luck. We'll talk to you next week.
Hey, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
And we'll go ahead and take another 3-minute timeout. Back with more of our postgame show after this. You're listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home in Webb City is proud to support the Cardinals and has been serving the citizens of Webb City and the surrounding communities since 1888. Located at 301 West Broadway in Webb City, funeral directors BJ and Diana Goodwin specialize in funeral planning and services along with prearranged funeral plans. For more information about Hedge Lewis Goodwin Funeral Home, their phone number is 417-673-4666 or online at hedgelewis.com.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
And we welcome you back to Nixa High School. The Cardinals fall tonight 28-20. Our postgame show brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services and Crowder College. Justin, we saw a great ball game tonight. Good execution by the Nixa Eagles early. Cardinals didn't fold. They showed some resiliency. I think a lot to build on from here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you look at the first play of game from Nixa, it's a touchdown. You take away that play, and it's a 21-20 ball game. Cardinals are right there. And even despite that, Cardinals were able to stay in the game. They kept it within a one-score game, as Coach McFarland mentioned, just unable to get over that hump and tie the ball game. But I think as you mentioned in your talk with Coach McFarland, when you look at this game right now, 6-7 games down the road, depending on what the Cardinals look like there, you're going to point to this game as kind of the turning point in terms of mindset. I think a lot of people coming into this ball game, both back home in Webb City and just across the state, looked at this one and go, okay, Nixa is on their way to another blowout. And the Cardinals, I think, felt that a little bit heading into this week. And no doubt the coaching staff talked to the guys all week about, hey, we're the underdogs in this game. We talked about that in the pregame. We're the underdogs. Let's go out and play hard. Nobody is expecting us to win this game. Nobody's expecting us to be in this ball game. Coach McFarland and his ball club came out and showed that they can hang with the best in the state, and something that you can be proud of as you head into weeks to come. Coaches will tell you never going to be proud of a loss, but I think if you look at this game, you look at it 3-4 weeks from now, you're going to point to this game as a turning point for this Cardinal team.
And one way you'll know that tomorrow morning there are going to be some sore bodies hitting the training room and getting ready to watch the film from this one. And that'll do it here. We'll come back with our final drive scoreboard show after this. You've been listening to Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
In football, anything can happen. That's why Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here for you with high-quality, personalized care to help you recover quickly and effectively. Our nationally recognized, board-certified orthopedic surgeons understand your injury and how it relates to your sport. That's why so many area colleges and high school sports teams choose our expert orthopedic team to treat their aches and injuries. Learn more about Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine at freemanhealth.com.
Welcome to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or therapists can help you get back in the game. Now, let's go back live to the stadium for the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network.
KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to.
And we welcome you back here to Nixa, Missouri. Your final here, Cardinals lose it 28-20 to the Nixa Eagles. We'll move on to the Mid-Lakes Conference. In the third quarter, it was Fairgrove 21-7 over Tipton. Hollister beats Sarcoxy 37-20. And Springfield Catholic picks up a win. They beat the Houston Tigers 41-35. In the Southwest Conference, it was Stockton with a 28-27 lead over Miller in the fourth quarter.
An 8-man independent, Osceola Indians 65-22 over the New Heights Christian Cougars. And the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons, a final 24-14 over the Emporia Spartans. In Oklahoma, it was the Gravette Lions over the Jay Bulldogs 27-6. That's in the third.
Moving to the Kansas side in SEK play, it was Independence with a 40-26 lead over Columbus in the fourth. Circle having no problem with Coffeyville. They lead at 41-0 at the half. Paola takes care of Fort Scott 34-6.
In the CNC, Baxter Springs Lions 29-12 over the Riverton Rams. St. Mary's Colgan a final 28-0 over the Girard Trojans. And Frontenac a final 49-6 over the Galena Bulldogs. And that'll wrap up our Final Drive scoreboard show. It's been brought to you by Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. So for one final time, it was the Nixa Eagles over the Webb City Cardinals here from Nixa High School tonight. Battle royal between these two ball clubs and a well-played ball game on both sides. So for Roberta Foster back at our studios, for Drew Woodmansey, our distinguished camera operator, for Justin Boudreau, for Tim Workman and Jan Workman, this is Scott Boudreau saying good night, and we'll see you next week at home. You've been listening to the Cardinal Football on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.